Request your favorite song. 622-49.
As long as I have Jehovah Jireh, I safe inside any place. Long as I have God over my life, I safe inside.
Bless.
God's plan, God's plan. No, it's a big, no teeny weeny small plan, small plan. The gift of life was promised to me like all man, all.
Good morning. This is your TDT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. Making the news at this time. Chief Justice Ronnie Budusing says the addition of 7 new judges to the Supreme Court is expected to greatly strengthen judicial capacity. The appointments were formally made on Tuesday morning at President's House, where the instruments were administered by President Christine Kangaloo. Chief Justice Budusing said the expansion was critical.
We have retiring judges. We need to expand the capacity of the court to deal with cases. So the 7 judges who've been appointed today, along with 7 between January and February, that's 14 new judges in the past 3 months. So that will make a measurable mark on the availability of resources.
Justice noted that the newly appointed judges will be strategically placed across key divisions of the court system.
3 will go to the criminal division, 3 to the civil, and 1 to the children's court. The judges who were appointed in January, some went to criminal, a couple went to family court, and also to civil as well.
Singh added that training and mentorship programs are in place to support the new judicial officers, ensuring a smooth transition into their roles. He also revealed that recruitment for the Court of Appeal is expected to begin soon. In other news, 2 well-known Trinidad and Tobago Calypsonians have expressed support for a proposed live televised debate among candidates vying for the presidency of the Trinbago Unified Calypsonians Organization, or TUCO, ahead of his elections. The suggestion for the forum follows an invitation from TDT Limited Chairman Michael T. Kerr for the state broadcaster to host the debate. Rooted in openness and accountability, Chairman of TTT Limited Michael Kerr extended the invitation for a live televised debate on TTT during an interview on Talk City 91.1 FM's Ground Report on Tuesday morning.
When you're talking about Calypso, I want to share with you and, of course, to all the avid listeners out there on Talk City, on TTT and all the stations, the chairman, along with the staff of TTT, is more than willing to facilitate a live debate on television for those vying for the position of president of TUCO. So those who are interested can reach out to us and we'll have that debate set up.
Calypsonian Kurt Allen thanked the TTT chairman for expressing an interest in helping the Calypso fraternity navigate what he called a very difficult period. However, though he expressed his interest, there is one caveat. The current TUCO president, Ainsley King, must participate.
I want to also say that once Mr. King makes himself available for a debate, I will be more than happy and more than ready to do so. I think it will be counterproductive to do a debate without Mr. King, who is the one who has the organization in this particular position. And the members, we have a lot of questions, and it's only Mr. King can provide the answer to those questions.
TDT News also reached out to Roger Mohammed, known in the Calypso world as the bodyguard, who indicated that though he has not decided if he wants to throw his hat into the TUCO presidency ring, a debate would be welcome. TUCO has not officially released the date for their annual general meeting, where membership will have the opportunity to vote for the next executive. In more news, Trinidad and Tobago's track and field team were greeted to a hero's welcome at the Piarco International Airport on Tuesday afternoon after returning home with 35 medals at the recently concluded Carifta Games. It was a moment to savor for Jenna Marie Thomas, who broke the junior national record in the girls' under 20 100-meter hurdles, clocking 13.67 seconds, winning silver. Thomas, who is no stranger to medaling at the Games, also won bronze in the girls' 400-meter hurdles.
feels amazing. That was the goal, to go there and get on the podium, and I was able to do that twice in 2 individual events, so I can be more grateful. I mean, it feels amazing. It wasn't necessarily something I was focused on. Obviously, I was focused on getting personal bests, and I know with that would come records and medals. So it feels amazing, you know, writing my name down in that history book, I guess. I'm so proud of this team, extremely proud. I feel like every single body gave everything they had and left that on the track, and I mean, the result would show that. Team TTO, we're getting there, and I hope the world is ready for us.
Congratulations to all our athletes. And that's what's making the news this morning. But joining us right now is the host of Trinidad and Tobago Today, Vermala Bakaran. Good morning, Vermala.
Good morning, Carrie. How are you today?
I'm great. I'm doing pretty well today. You know, I'm really excited that our athletes have come back, and they've come back victorious. Really did the country proud.
Yeah, I'm really, really happy as well. And today inside the show, actually, we speak with...
That was TTT News on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Talk City 91.1 FM. Talk.
The Cabinet has approved the increase in the permissible age of importation of foreign-use right-hand drive private cars, that's sports utilities, SUVs, sedans, and station wagons, powered by gasoline, dieseline, or compressed natural gas, CNG, from 3 years to under 8 years and under from the date of manufacture.
Music. Culture.
As Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar has announced recently with our revitalization master plan, we are open for business. And a key area, a key focus of that master plan is, of course, the energy sector and the energy hub. And we will be open for business, not only for Nutrien, but for all other players that wish to discuss their investment portfolio with us.
Engaging conversations, latest news, our music. This is Talk City 91.1 FM.
Prime Minister, the Honorable Kamla Persad-Bissessar, SC, has issued a firm call for clarity regarding the reappointment of Carla Barnett as Secretary General of CARICOM, underscoring the importance of adherence to established rules and collective decision-making. Central to the issue is whether the procedures outlined in the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas were properly followed. The Prime Minister maintains that the reappointment was neither included on the provisional agenda nor formally deliberated during session at the 50th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government. Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, the Honorable Sean Sobers, formally documented the country's objection in correspondence to CARICOM Chairman Terence Drew on March 25, 2026. In that communication, Trinidad and Tobago outlined its position that the reappointment may not align with Article 24 of the treaty, which requires formal consideration by the Conference of Heads of Government. To ensure full transparency, further letters dated March 31st, 2026 were sent to Prime Minister Drew and directly to the Secretary General, seeking clarification on the process followed. These letters requested details on when and how the matter was placed on draft agendas, what communications were issued to member states, whether governments were informed following the joint communique and closing press conference, and whether any draft decision was circulated confidentially after the retreat. The government of Trinidad and Tobago also pointed to precedent, noting that previous reappointments, such as in 2016, were conducted in a manner that reflected broad consultation, formal documentation, and the collective agreement of the heads of government. Prime Minister Persad-Bissessar maintains that while Trinidad and Tobago remains fully committed to the ideals and future of CARICOM, she will continue to advocate firmly for openness and integrity in its governance processes, as she believes that this situation affects the future over the coming 5 years of Trinidad and Tobago's economy, security, integration, and foreign affairs.
This was a production of the Information Division, Office of the Prime Minister.
Your future is safe with us, no matter your age or where you're from. Our doors are open to each and every one. A variety of services accessible and reliable. Here to show you just what service is. Helping where we can, but with a smile.
Police Credit Union, your future is safe with us.
Your world moves fast, so do we. TTT News brings you the people, events, and issues that matter most. Stay informed, stay ahead. TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Is your business experiencing the following symptoms? Not enough customers, low sales, slow cash flow. It's time for your business to be seen and heard by thousands of potential customers inside this new, exciting television and social media feature.
Welcome.
The 1020 with Junior K. Up for this exciting challenge and confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just for you. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues and the stories that matter most to you, this is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked!
The ground report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The ground report. The ground report.
I would think that they've been very clear that all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The ground report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang.
Water you turned into wine. Open the eyes of the blind. There's no one like you. None like you. Into the darkness you shine. Out of the
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against? And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against? Stand against. Our God is greater, our God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer, awesome in power. Our God, our God. Our God is greater, our God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer, awesome in power. Our God, our God. And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against? And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I watching my co-host jealous there. He learning to dance. When he see the pit bull dance.
Stand against.
Yeah, I go teach him some move. I go teach him some. He get jealous. Right nothing, man. When I see people see it dancing like that, the whole of social media just falling in my arms there one time. Yeah, them getting up and walking up and everybody dancing one time. When my co-host Lennox Smith dancing, everybody saying down with the popcorn and the soft drink and the jet back like a theater. I don't know, you want when people dancing, everybody joining. Yeah, when somebody dancing, it's like theater, the jet back so and like, wait, boy. Oh, God, when I move, what, but I 1950? Oh, God, I need 1719, boy. Oh, God, I AB 200 AB. Is AB? Oh, let's call it back then with Jesus and them there. How they call them dates? BC. He go tell me, he know them dates and them good, man. Snipes, a pleasant good morning to you.
Pleasant good morning, Andy. Pleasant good morning, Lennox. Pleasant good morning, Trinidad, Tobago, and the wider world.
Yes, Lennox Smith. A pleasant good morning to you. That dance and thing is today. That always call them dates and them back there. So Moses and them BC 200 and them always call
I don't know of which you speak, but I can tell you that, of course, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. That's all I would say. Right, my friend? Yes, of course, a pleasant good morning to all and sundry, east, west, north, south, central, in Trinidad, our friends in Tobago, and wherever you are, streaming on the World Wide Web, a pleasant good day to you. Yes, this is, already. I want to make sure, what it is, Wednesday, not so? Yes, has to be Wednesday.
Yes.
We had Monday, Tuesday. Yes, it was Tuesday, right? So Wednesday already, people. So midweek, and of course we are rapidly and inexorably heading for the end of the week. 2 more days in the week, of course, to officially call it end, and then of course we resume again. The cycle continues. But that being as it may, I'm very pleased this morning, however. That the speculation and the conjecture and the guess that we were engaged in the last few days have now come to rest, and once again, of course, it proved that we were correct, even though we were in a speculative mood because we didn't get sufficient information with respect, of course, to the position of this government and the appointment of the present Secretary General of CARICOM, Ms. Carol Barnett. And of course, a lot of information in today's media, and you heard it again out of the office of the Prime Minister on this station, 91.1 Talk City, where, of course, they've made it very pellucid, very clear that they are not satisfied. This government is not satisfied with the process that was used. In fact, it was deemed to be illegal. Yesterday, it was in the realm, as I said, of speculation and our own interpretation subjectively. Now we can, of course, speak objectively now and say that this is the position of the government, and that is they are dissatisfied with the process. They would like it to be done over. We know now that at least 3 letters would have been sent to the chairman, the present chairman of CARICOM, and what I consider to be now the questionable, as far as Trinidad and Tobago is concerned, the questionable elections of the Secretary General, Ms. Carol Barnett, and they are seeking a remedy, and the remedy is to call a heads of government meeting on the subject so that clarity and clarification could be addressed. I took the liberty as well in the process. Go ahead.
Here where there's Snipes. Give me that article, that commercial dealing with that coming out of the office of the Prime Minister, which you just played it there. Yeah, man, because it's Talk City TTT, so bringing this forward. So for all and sundry,
we had it on the front burner.
Yeah. So,
it turns out that we were right on spot in terms of somebody's speculation, because there must be something clandestine, something surreptitious. And in fact, I think the minister...
Because I want to congratulate you, Lennox Smith, because you was on par. And with exactly what you're saying now too, you are on par totally. So, Snipes, run that clip again for all who now lock on, because Lennox Smith just gave an editorial in it, so they'll understand even more, even deeper, in what it is he's talking about and the stance of the government of Trinidad and Tobago. Run that we run that earlier on, they just run that earlier on.
Prime Minister the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bisesa, SC, has issued a firm call for clarity regarding the reappointment of Carla Barnett as Secretary General of CARICOM, underscoring the importance of adherence to established rules and collective decision-making. Central to the issue is whether the procedures outlined in the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas were properly followed. The Prime Minister maintains that the reappointment was neither included on the provisional agenda nor formally deliberated during session at the 50th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government. Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, the Honorable Sean Sobers, formally documented the country's objection in correspondence to CARICOM Chairman Terence Drew on March 25, 2026. In that communication, Trinidad and Tobago outlined its position that the reappointment may not align with Article 24 of the treaty, which requires formal consideration by the Conference of Heads of Government. To ensure full transparency, further letters dated March 31st, 2026 were sent to Prime Minister Drew and directly to the Secretary General, seeking clarification on the process followed. These letters requested details on when and how the matter was placed on draft agendas, what communications were issued to member states, whether governments were informed following the joint communique and closing press conference, and whether any draft decision was circulated confidentially after the retreat. The government of Trinidad and Tobago also pointed to precedent, noting that previous reappointments, such as in 2016, were conducted in a manner that reflected broad consultation, formal documentation, and the collective agreement of the heads of government. Prime Minister Prasad Bisesa maintains that while Trinidad and Tobago remains fully committed to the ideals and future of CARICOM, she will continue to advocate firmly for openness and integrity in its governance processes, as she believes that this situation affects the future over the coming 5 years of Trinidad and Tobago's economy, security, integration, and foreign affairs.
This was a production of the Information Division, Office of the Prime Minister.
Not this at all. My word for today, Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, my word for today, or 2 words for today. I hope it aligns, because I would like to. I will hope that the meaning aligns with what it is I'm saying. My word for today is on that what it is we now hear, and on what it is Lennox Smith now explain. I will say that is ludicrous. Lennox Smith will give the meaning. I will say that is damning. And let me see if damning and all could collectively, those 2 words could collectively outline what it is we are hearing there this morning there. Lennox Smith, well, you heard my 2 words for today.
Yes, and I think they are appropriate. They have characterized what the situation is ludicrous, meaning laughable, doesn't make sense. And then, of course, the damning, meaning that there is more in the mortar than the pestle, so to speak, and that the processes that would have been required, as would have been expected of a professional institution that has regional implications and connotations, that the principles and the rules should have been adhered to or should have been administered, which clearly the present administration, the government of Trinidad and Tobago is saying that they were palpably not, and therefore have taken measures and action in order to, at least for clarification. And this could only happen by a special meeting convened by the chairman, I presume, to the chairman of CARICOM, in order to, of course, rationalize or settle this matter.
Nice, but we have one from you. We have one from you before I move on. Before I move on quickly now, because you get my 2 words for today. And could you give me what would be your word for today based on that damning, ludicrous situation that is going on within CARICOM? What's your word on it for today?
I will not add anything to yours. I think they are appropriate in terms of the characterization of the situation. They are both, of course, ludicrous, meaning laughable, silly, nonsensical, as well as, of course, as the second word suggests, that is damning, meaning that they are questionable.
I only hope you didn't run out of. I only hope you didn't run out of vocabs. I only hope you didn't run out of vocabs.
No. I could have used and borrowed.
I wanted to test you.
The minister as well. Minister's words. I could have borrowed the Prime Minister's words, but I prefer to remain local and original.
All right. Yeah.
So,
go ahead. You were saying something as you see.
I was making the point that in my pursuit of this particular matter, and to get to the bottom of it, there has been in the public domain, and the presentation was made in the Trinidad and Tobago Parliament, where the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sean Sobers, did in fact outline how much money Trinidad and Tobago provides to CARICOM, which I think is significant. Significant in 2 ways, in terms of the quantum, and significant in terms of why it is we have reached a stage where we are getting, as far as the government is concerned, the disrespect of CARICOM. We provide some 22% of the budget, 1/5 of the budget of CARICOM, and it is spread annually over the following areas. To the CARICOM Secretariat itself, $35.5 million. To CARICOM Development Fund, $25 million. To the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, $1.5 million. Fourth area, CARICOM Impacts, that is the regional security, I believe, matter, or it could be, I could be wrong, so somebody will correct me if I am. Nonetheless, $16.1 million. And then you have, of course, the Caribbean Examination Council, which, of course, our students do very well every year, $10.3 million. And then you have something called CAFA, which I believe is the health part of it, $14 million. And then the Caribbean Industrial Research Institute, $23.2 million. And finally, number 8, the 8th area that we provide financial assistance to CARICOM as a body is CARICOM Competition Commission. CARICOM Competition Commission, $1.3 million. So it's quite substantial, comparatively speaking, because no other member has been able to reach that level of financial support. And while, of course, by itself, it doesn't mean that Trinidad and Tobago must believe that it is above all the rest. What in this particular case Trinidad and Tobago is asking for is equity. Equity. Everybody is a member, yes, but if it is that such a decision is to be made in terms of the reinstating or the selection of a Secretary General, then one expects that Trinidad and Tobago will be at the table to, of course, cast its vote on the matter. Incidentally, not only Trinidad and Tobago was not there, but I think the Bahamas and another CARICOM state was not present at all. But of course, when you look, and I did confirm it in terms of the rules, that if it is that somebody is titularly, or should I say legally appointed to represent, then that person should be admitted and to represent the particular country. And those 3 countries were, as the minister said, surreptitiously, and I am using his word, surreptitiously, secretively excluded. And the speculation continued when, after all these summits and so on, and the 50th one was no exception in St. Kitts, you would have a communique, meaning that everybody will agree to a particular statement on the outcome and what was deliberated and so on. Just a synopsis. And guess what? That issue of the appointment of Ms. Barnett was not mentioned in that as well. So thus the term surreptitious, meaning that it was secretive and it was, of course, clandestine. We go for the break, and when we come back more, I have a lot of information that we have to give to you.
Your stories, your communities, your country. TTT News is everywhere, on the ground, across Trinidad and Tobago, and on every smart device. When it matters, we're there, reporting the news as it happens. Because your world can't wait. Your world moves fast, so do we. TTT News brings you the people, events, and issues that matter most. Stay informed, stay ahead. TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
The Trinidad and Tobago online arrival and departure card platform can be accessed at travel.gov.tt. It is free, convenient, and required information can be completed within a few minutes. Passengers must create an account using a valid email address to access the portal, which will be available 72 hours prior to travel. The online arrival and departure card is a mandatory declaration for all international passengers and replaces the former process of filling a paper form. To complete the online arrival and departure card, each traveler must have flight information, a valid passport, and must upload a picture of the passport biodata page. Receipts for immigration and customs containing a QR code will be generated upon submission. Download and save the receipts, which will also be sent via email. edits can be made to the declaration prior to the day of travel. However, if any changes are required on the day of travel, passengers must complete a new online arrival and departure card. The QR code may be required before boarding and must be presented to officials upon arrival and departure. A transformative travel experience awaits. This was a production of the Information Division, Office of the Prime Minister.
This is Destra. And right now you're listening to Talk City 91.1. Keep it loud. Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We are back, we are back, we are back. Time check. Yeah, it's 35 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report. Well, I heard one or two headliners that we already touched. Well, we're making the news. What's trending is that whole issue of that illegal re-election. But we could afford to say it like that now. Of Miss Bonnet. That's one on the headliners. Besides that too, well, Lennox Smith went into various articles that he read. But besides that, we also see in here where Tobago gears up for a busy tourism season with strategic promotions. And that comes from the Tourism Secretary Hackett. Right. Say the division is working closely with stakeholders to attract return visitors to Tobago. You know, and we also see what also making the news for me is that let me get this man killed a pregnant woman among two shot in Warfield attack. So they're shooting at your window too. Pow! Pow! Through the window.
And it's not for the first time. And it appears that that area seemed to be, it seemed to be endemic there. Because I think there's another shooting of a similar nature where somebody was asleep on a bed and they come through a window and did that heinous act. And so it's something that we have to look at. But of course, the authorities have not yet confirmed whether there's a nexus between the general gang upheaval that is taking place in the general Sangre Grande, Waterfield, which should be part and parcel of that area of geographic concern.
Talking about the
crime and criminality in that part of the country at this time. So we have to keep our eyes there. People have to be vigilant, and they have to understand that we are living in a very traumatic period across the board, and therefore the respect for life seem to be very, very at a very low ebb, and we must because we know life is critical.
But this is what tracking me. This is what tracking me here. This is real.
Ben agrees to 2-week ceasefire and talks Wednesday, April 8, 2026. Guardian. Iran agrees to 2-week ceasefire and talks Wednesday, April 8, 2026. Guardian. MP said in a late post yesterday that he is pulling back from threats to launch devastating strikes on Iran, shifting toward de-escalation less than 2 hours before his deadline for Tehran to comply or face catastrophic consequences. Trump said he would suspend planned attacks on Iranian bridges, power plants and other civilian targets if Iran agrees to a 2-week ceasefire and reopens the Strait of Hormuz, a critical route for global oil supplies. Iran's Supreme National Security Council confirmed it has accepted a 2-week ceasefire and will begin negotiations with the United States in Islamabad on Friday, stressing the move does not signal the end of the war. Trump said Iran had proposed a workable 10-point peace plan and that most key issues between the two sides had been addressed, with the pause allowing time to finalize an agreement. The decision followed discussions with Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Army Chief Azam Munir, who had urged more time for diplomacy. Earlier threats by Trump, including warnings of widespread destruction, drew criticism from international figures and raised concerns over potential violations of international law. Before the deadline, airstrikes hit bridges, a train station and mill. Atari infrastructure on Karg Island, while Israeli forces targeted bridges and railways in several Iranian cities. Iran responded with missile and drone attacks on Israel and Saudi Arabia, escalating regional tensions. Since the war began on February 28, Trump has repeatedly issued and extended deadlines. Iran previously rejected a 45-day ceasefire proposal, seeking a permanent end to the conflict. More than 1,900 people have been killed in Iran, with additional casualties reported across Lebanon, Israel, Gulf states and the West Bank, as the conflict continues to strain global stability and energy markets.
What says thou, Lennox Smith? Because I say yesterday, 8 o'clock last night was D-Day.
Phonetic developments, them are just on the cusp of the deadline, because by 8 o'clock, and that would be our time, we carry the same time with the United States, well, at least that part of the United States, Washington, and just before that, of course, there's a deal that was brokered, which would include...
Put the mic by you.
Which will include essentially the opening of the Strait of Hormuz, where the 20% of the world's oil and energy and fertilizer thereabout will be sourced, and therefore that seemed to be welcome news. So it triggered.
But then how Pakistan getting this? How Pakistan?
Further postponed. No, well, they had agreed to be a broker, and therefore they were the mediator, in other words. And so that is how that came in. And I see that they are talking now of going to Iraq now, in order, not Iran, Iraq, to, of course, finalize the whatever arrangement there is. But of course, while that was happening, they were, of course, sending missiles to each other. And of course, that major port that Iran has for the exporting of their own energy products, that came under attack by the Americans and the Israelis. And we've seen that the Iranians responded in like manner to Israel, and I believe one of the other Arab states, the Emirates.
Yeah, but look, look, Ban is saying that is not going to happen, Lennox, not unless they pay in Chinese yen. What do you mean by that?
I don't know what he's talking about, except that is what is on the table, and that triggered, of course, postponement. I wouldn't say a termination or an elimination of the attack that was announced by Donald Trump, meaning that he would attack a lot of utility infrastructure, whether it be bridges, whether it be energy, machinery and apparatus in that country, electricity and so on.
We understand that, but Ban is also saying Iran hole on the Strait of Hormuz is part of the 10-point plan. So it looks like Iran really showing that there is a force to be reckoned with, because the mighty USA had to change the mind on a time and had to go back to the negotiation table. Is it that what we see?
My personal view is that Trump is buying time as well, because he don't want to be seen as a bully, of course. And Iran.
Why you don't want to see as a bully?
Because of what the world will see America as.
If you do what?
And wanting to dominate, blowing up all the bridges, blowing up all of the energy infrastructure, whether it be electricity plants, etc. That's the kind of talk he's talking. And of course, the major export port, which of course is on an island itself. I think it's called Crag or something like that. And so I suspect he wants to say that he wants to. Well, he's hoping. Let me put it this way: he's hoping that Iran will not be reasonable, and so get the firm excuse to do what he originally intended.
So that's 2 weeks ceasefire is Trump buying time to save face based on his intent, which the world will see. That one ain't good, because now you're talking that kind of move, they're going to affect the people directly, because that current gone. type bridges, which is connection to
right,
families.
And therefore the world
yeah.
will think, well, that is a country of 90 million people, and therefore the humanitarian negative fallout will be one of, a humanitarian disaster. So I suspect that is what has really triggered him not pursuing and manifesting what he said he would do by 8 o'clock yesterday.
Okay, so Trinidad and Tobago, the lines are open. Let me hear what. I'll take 2-3 calls quick because we have to take a little break. For a matter of fact, let's go for that quick break and come back. When we come back, the lines are open to you. What's your front burner? What's your contribution this morning on the number 1 program, The Ground Report talk show program, which is The Ground Report on Talk City 91.1 FM. Let me say a pleasant good morning to all my drivers, my manners, and my twin island, sister island, Tobago, and all my Tobagonian brothers and sisters. A pleasant good morning to you and all my drivers, east, west, north, south, central, and in Tobago, and outside there anywhere on the diaspora, because Pat Kenrick Passad, all of them is be on the road with truck and all kind of thing. And while they're driving, they look onto the Ground Report. Good morning to each and every one of you. We go for the break and come back. When we come back, our intelligent shareholders of the Ground Report going to make their input on today's program, or as Lennox Smith they say, on today's Wednesday edition of the Ground Report. Go ahead, Snipes.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1. Bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Jerry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
And so I'll go right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
The plays that shake the arenas. The stories that move a nation.
Are we in for a super over? I've got to go quick. I've got to go quick.
From football to cricket, track to tennis, every win, every rivalry, every headline. This is where Trinidad and Tobago come for sports.
TTT Sports. Committed, accurate, relevant.
Protect yourself from electric shock or death. Before conducting repairs close to overhead lines or the point of connection to your home, contact TN-Tech to request a temporary disconnection. When driving tall vehicles, ensure they do not exceed 15 feet. Do not lift lines to allow vehicles to pass. When carrying out underground works, contact TN-Tech's area offices to ensure there are no underground conductors and cables before digging. At TN-Tech, safety is our priority. TN-Tech, the power to make it work.
Your future is safe with us. No matter your age or where you're from, or what doors are open to each and every one. A variety of services that's accessible and reliable. Here to show you just what service is. Helping where we can, but with a smile.
Police Credit Union. Your future is safe with us.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked. Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
We are back. Time check. It's a 48 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. And you're listening to the Gong Report right here on Talk City, 91.1 FM. Let's get down to business.
Adi, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Oh boy, just now. Good morning. Just now. Nice. Let me get on to business here.
Adi, good morning. I scared Rick. How you doing, man? Mr. Lennox, I don't think I'm sorry to disappoint you. I don't think you know not one thing you want what's going on. I don't think you have no idea what's going on. Right? You have no idea what's going on. You just talking what you think it is going on. That's an embarrassment to the United States. That man embarrass us. Right? That embarrass us. No deal like that. Iran is tricking him right now. Iran is tricking him to take all his to get hold of that passage, because there was not a hold of that passage for the ship to come in there, pass through there. They get permit, they get all rights to have ownership over that. That is all that's about. So Iran is tricking him. Let us know what you're talking about. You better do your research, right? All right. That's an embarrassment of the United States. That man bankrupt in this country, as he bankrupt his own casino and everything else like a con man. All right? Got me? Do your research. It's an embarrassment. Bye.
Boy. Well, let's continue. Lennox Smith will always answer that. Let's continue. Oh boy, let's continue. Yeah, we must continue. I'm still trying to understand what it is he's talking about. I ain't pick up on what Kenrick Prasad is talking about. Because he's saying ownership of the
it is clear that he's speaking from a particular position of an American. Of course, I am speaking from an outsider looking in, and what the information is coming to us. Of course, if you are a Republican, you will have a different interpretation as if you are on the other side. So I understand his dilemma, but I did not mention whether or not the Iranians retain control of the strait. I didn't go there. All I said was that, and he could refute that if he wishes, that the arrangement is that ships are now going to be allowed to pass through. And I mentioned the 20% of the world's energy passes through that strait. That is where I reached. I didn't reach into any of the details which he believed that I did, when in fact it is not so. I understand that common sense will tell me that Iran will attempt to retain control of the straits as it is, and I think it's a 10-point plan, and some of which have not been revealed. I suppose he might have more information than me in terms of that 10-point plan. But of course, what the Americans want, most importantly, is that uranium, that enriched uranium that they have in their possession, that they will want some kind of control over to superintend for some kind of lasting peace to take place, or cessation of the hostilities. Go ahead.
Yeah, but online, like for instance, Just School is saying, Kenrick, shut your ace hole hang jack, right? We are also seeing here Jill is saying Kola Hall. Ginger Lily is saying, Andy, my front burner is we are not getting any water in Unityville, right, in Dabadi. Right, Abigail is saying, Stoops, what nonsense Kenrick talking? We go here. Atali, not Atali, no. I just want to read them. Brian Lochan is saying, Kenrick, mind your business and drive your truck. I agree with Lennox Smith. right? Monica is saying caller living in the US, she's asking based on his contribution. Jill say, caller, I sure you were saying the same thing about Venezuela too. All right. Michael Baldio Singh is saying, who is this dunce from Florida? He needs to go back to Trinidad. Lennox, he is no American. All right. All right then. Well, boy, the truth hurts is saying, Kenrick, you are correct. Lennox is clueless of what's going on. Iran has full control over the strait. Trump realized that Iran is not backing down. Get all your facts. Get all your facts. All right, say, well, get all your facts. Well, right. So we will get the pulse and the tongues and that. So let me just continue there and get some other callers' contributions involved. Let's go.
Andy, good morning again. This is a follow-up of what it is I had said earlier, right? Lennox, listening to Lennox this morning, I know.
Oh, this is now. We have to go to this verse. Well, this is what was said.
Andy, good morning to you, Lennox, Mikey, Nigel, and to everybody out there. Andy, you see, sometimes people just run them out, right? While the Prime Minister running the country, they're running them out. They're criticizing everything that she's doing. And this next one, they call Dendial. I think he's from the Gary Party. He has taken over Gary Party, right? Ready to criticize the Prime Minister because of what she said about Barnett. And telling her she better pick up her walking stick. But I want to remind some of them, if not all of them, she will still have time to pick up her walking stick. Would you all have time to do that? I don't know why it is that these people love to make light of people's challenges. That's just to show you the level of their thinking. And it's not very good. It's canal thinking. Now, they criticize her for what she said about Barnett. And look, the Jamaica Gleaner has now joined the chorus criticizing the way Barnett was selected. Right? I have to say selected because they are also criticizing it. It's the same thing that happened when Mrs. Prasad Bisesa, as opposition leader, wrote Donald Trump in 2015, asking him to hold back on FATCA. Yeah, it was FATCA, the FATCA bill or whatever, right? They roundly criticized her, everybody criticized her. The Times came out with an article and said that she did well by approaching Trump and asking Trump to hold his hands on it. You see? Mrs. Prasad Bisesa know what she's doing. They can criticize as much as they want. She know what she is doing. And all the critics and them, how they feeling now? How are they feeling now? And I am absolutely sure somebody again, other than the Gleaner, is going to come out and say something about it again. I know that we contribute to CARICOM, but hearing the amounts that we have contributed over the years and how much we will be contributing, right? I want to tell all the naysayers and them, shut up. Shut up and only continue running all your mouth while she run her business. To hear that man, the first one I referred to, that Dindial man from Gary Party, right? Talking about she don't know what she's saying about. We are giving so much money to CARICOM, we mustn't have a say. The lady is right. After listening to Lennox this morning, she's right to stand up, right? And all who want to laugh at all you and say that all you're bringing propaganda here, which of them, any of them, brought up this issue? Because you see, all they know is bacchanal and confusion, propaganda, lies, half-truth and innuendos, right? Lennox, thank you very much. And we also heard when Rowley was there, right? I think it's Trinidad and Tobago paid a lobbyist to lobby for CARICOM. And when Monilal brought it up in Parliament, Dr. Monilal, sorry, brought it up in Parliament, Rowley said that he lied. And after it came out, Trinidad and Tobago was paying 2 lobbyists, one for Trinidad and Tobago and one for CARICOM. So let them continue running them out. Let them continue running them out. Let them continue laughing at all you while all you're bringing up issues and not looking for bacchanal. Thanks a lot, Andy.
Okay, and I also see in the Associated Baileys, that is in South America. Press joins the call. Jamaicans join the call, the chorus of criticism of Carla Barnett reappointment. Right, so this thing getting very serious. We also seen it say that Kenrick is a Democrat fool who hates Trump and do not understand what the U.S. long-term plans is about. Right? Ban saying, ha, Anna, Moonsami, Santa Cruz, long time, miss that voice. Well, he looking for senior wife, you know. That a senior citizen, he looking for senior wife. Right, so don't forget the news. We go for the news and come back. When we come back, we're going to reopen the lines and continue with your contribution. We'll be back. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Speaking to TVT News at an Easter event in Carapo, Minister Smith said government is focusing on developing skills from within the public service while carefully expanding the use of new technologies.
Focus this year on the past year has been about human capital development, on how do we develop the human capital from the inside of the public service, how do we now amplify the use of technology through artificial intelligence.
He said that work includes partnerships with some of the world's leading technology companies and international institutions to guide the responsible use of AI.
We partner with OpenAI, which is one of the, if not the premier institution that is leading the AI drive. We partner with companies such as Grammarly. We're working with persons who have done it before, the UNDP, UNESCO. We've done the RAM assessment. We've done what we call the ILO. So a lot of work is being done.
The minister stressed that Trinidad and Tobago cannot afford to lag behind as digital government systems are expanding across the globe. He added that technology should be inclusive, ensuring all citizens have access regardless of where they live, and stressed that ethical principles must guide the use of artificial intelligence, cautioning against allowing technology to overshadow human values. In other news, 2 ministers have reaffirmed their commitment to reducing negative stigma, advancing youth development, and improving infrastructure in the Carapo community. The pledge was made while they attended an Easter Family Fun Day held in the area on Easter Monday. Residents of Carapo, working with the Evergreen United organization, hosted a community event to challenge the long-standing negative perceptions and showcase positive efforts in the area. Speaking to TDT News, Minister of Rural Development and Local Government, Khadija Amin, said such an event highlighted the progress made in the area. She praised the assistance from Minister of Public Administration and Artificial Intelligence, Dominic Smith, noting that the Easter Family Fun Day represented more than just festivities.
And today is important because there's a lot of negative stigma attached to Carapo, and what the organization is doing will help to put Carapo on the map for positive things. So I'm really happy about it, and I'm doubly happy because Dominic Smith worked with us for election. He was the candidate, and after election, he never left us. So as a community, he has supported events to help the young people grow, get more organized, attend their meetings, assist in the community, assist in vulnerable cases.
And Minister of Public Administration and Artificial Intelligence, Dominic Smith, reiterated his dedication to youth development, addressing vulnerable cases and supporting community-based initiatives.
So the kids are happy, the community is alive, and we want to continue doing this type of work because this is the mandate of the government to treat with the people, to meet them where they are, and under the leadership of Kamala Prasad-Bisseso, we are supported by her from the top. And we are happy to come now and to contribute to the society and to have everyone benefit.
The Easter Monday event at the Evergreen Recreation Ground in Carapo served as a platform for youth empowerment and strengthening community ties. In some sport now, Trinidad and Tobago's Carifta track and field team is home, and the government is calling their performance in Grenada nothing short of historic. Minister of Sport and Youth Affairs, Philip Watts, welcomed the athletes back on Tuesday afternoon, saying the team returned with 35 medals. The minister called it the country's best Carifta showing since 2010 and possibly the third best performance in the game's history.
To return home with a total of 35 medals, 9 golds, 11 silvers, and 15 bronze, and to place second on the medal table is an extraordinary accomplishment. This is our best Carifta performance since 2010, and perhaps our third best performance ever at the Games.
And that was your TDT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. After the break, we return to Trinidad and Tobago today.
That was TTT News on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Talk City 91.1 FM. Talk.
Cabinet has approved the establishment of the regulatory framework for the registration and management of classic, antique, and vintage vehicles in Trinidad and Tobago.
Music. Culture.
We are now in a state where I can now proudly announce that our gas production will increase by a significant amount given all the various projects that are now expected to come online.
Engaging conversations, latest news, our music. This is Talk City 91.1 FM.
Prime Minister, the Honorable Kamala Persad-Bissessar, SC, has issued a firm call for clarity regarding the reappointment of Carla Barnett as Secretary General of CARICOM, underscoring the importance of adherence to established rules and collective decision-making. Central to the issue is whether the procedures outlined in the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas were properly followed. The Prime Minister maintains that the reappointment was neither included on the provisional agenda nor formally deliberated during session at the 50th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government. Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, the Honorable Sean Sobers, formally documented the country's objection in correspondence to CARICOM Chairman Terence Drew on March 25, 2026. In that communication, Trinidad and Tobago outlined its position that the reappointment may not align with Article 24 of the treaty, which requires formal consideration by the Conference of Heads of Government. To ensure full transparency, further letters dated March 31st, 2026 were sent to Prime Minister Drew and directly to the Secretary General, seeking clarification on the process followed. These letters requested details on when and how the matter was placed on draft agendas, what communications were issued to member states, whether governments were informed following the joint communique and closing press conference, and whether any draft decision was circulated confidentially after the retreat. The government of Trinidad and Tobago also pointed to precedent, noting that previous reappointments, such as in 2016, were conducted in a manner that reflected broad consultation, formal documentation, and the collective agreement of the heads of government. Prime Minister Persad-Bissessar maintains that while Trinidad and Tobago remains fully committed to the ideals and future of CARICOM, she will continue to advocate firmly for openness and integrity in its governance processes, as she believes that this situation affects the future over the coming 5 years of Trinidad and Tobago's economy, security, integration, and foreign affairs.
This was a production of the Information Division, Office of the Prime Minister.
Is your business experiencing the following symptoms? Not enough customers, low sales, slow cash flow. It's time for your business to be seen and heard by thousands of potential customers inside this new, exciting television and social media feature.
Welcome.
The 1020 with Junior K. Up for this exciting challenge and confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just for you. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
St. John the Evangelist Church, Diego Martin, celebrates God's unending love and mercy. The event begins at 12:30 p.m. on Sunday, April 12th, with Holy Mass at 4:15 p.m. The guest speaker, Kyle Dardine. Confession will be available throughout the afternoon. Divine Mercy Sunday, Sunday, April 12th, St. John the Evangelist Church, Diego Martin.
Your news anytime, anywhere. Join us nightly at 7. TTT News. Committed, accurate, relevant.
From the road to the radio. Talk City 91.1.
This is Destra. Right now you're listening to Talk City 91.1. Keep it locked.
The ground report. The ground report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The ground report. The ground report.
I would think that there's been very clear that all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The ground report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
We are back. Time check. It's 10 minutes past. I remember we have the Andy's pit for the day. Remember we have that. So let me just go to the lines one time. Morning caller, where you calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
Good morning, Brother Andy and Brother Lennox and Mr. Snipes.
Good morning, Brother Lennox.
Andy.
Go ahead.
Andy, my blood pressure. Listen to me, Andy. You have some callers, Andy. You got to pull them up, Andy. You cannot have no caller. You know what he's talking about, and this is not the first time. That's the same one who said the session with the words and its meaning. You don't want no part of it. It's boring. Andy, you got to do something. I don't know if you saw what happened on a talk show host I called and I said the other night. And that talk show where he called and he said to the talk show who is the owner of the show that he doesn't know the laws of the land that he's living in, which is the United States. And that talk show, assistant talk show, is no longer on that show, Andy. You gotta get serious with these people, you know, because
A little confused. I don't know what you're talking about so far. I catch on yet, in fact, what we're talking about. So if you could just give us an idea, yeah.
Didn't one of your callers call this morning and said that Lennox doesn't know what he's talking about concerning the United States? Andy?
Yes.
Just about 10 minutes ago, a caller called in and said Lennox does not know what he's talking about. And with Trump, because he's living in the United States. And like I said, Trinidad is first. I am here.
Yeah, that caller was Kenrick. That caller was Kenrick. He living across there too. He live in America.
Yes, but this is what I'm saying. He does not know. I am living here 53 years. I does not know everything about the United States. I came here with working for a big company. I didn't go to school. I went to Space University for 6 months. I went to City and Guilds of London thanks to Trinidad and Shell Oil Company. You understand what I'm saying? I am obligated to my country. But you can't call a host and said, you don't know what you're talking about. He is always have something very negative to say on your show, Andy. Listen to me carefully. All I'm doing is I'm just saying what I can stand. If I say something wrong, I am open to criticism. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. You saw what happened to a show, or that happens on in the night at 7 o'clock. That host made something about the one of the hosts who's the owner of the show, and he's no longer on that show. He is no longer on that show. You gotta protect your show, Andy. That's all I'm saying. And the people who work with you.
All right.
That's all I'm saying, brother. Thank you very much.
All right.
Andy, good morning. Andy, it seems like taco going to chicken out. There's going to be no taco chicken out. Andy, I listened to Wall Street the last couple of nights, and I do not see my boy COP on the program anymore. So I was wondering if he on vacation or he's sick or something. COP, let us know. Are you sick? Or you're not in the program anymore? I didn't see you last night, couple of nights. I like your contribution, but I didn't see you. Couple of nights, so maybe you're not well. And if you're not well, get better soon. And yeah, Mr. Taco is going to quit. Andy, Lennox. Taco. You remember Taco? Okay. You gotta understand. That guy, Taco guy, thinks that taking over Venezuela is just as easy to take over Iran. The way he took over Venezuela, Iran will be a cake walker. Well, walk over. So you see all them people who talk about it, do not under the geopolitics, my friend. Geopolitics. Iran is no Venezuela. Iran have over 5 to 10,000 without drone, which is more dangerous than anything else. So Mr. Taco, you guys have to understand in Trinidad, understand and listen and be careful what you guys will be saying, especially Beulah. The man is Jesus. You guys just vote for the wrong Jesus by Catholic religious socks. You guys all of Jesus, all the socks. It's a handy buy.
Good morning, Andy, my friend. Well, this was yesterday in Iran. Listen to the reporter.
It is deadline day for Iran, the day that they must make a deal, according to President Trump. We're seeing escalation in the Middle East. And as you see, here we are on the morning, Iran still carrying out strikes against Israel.
Well, this was last night after I brokered a 2 weeks ceasefire with Iran to end the war. Listen up.
This is breaking news. President Trump just announced a 2-week-long ceasefire with Iran, putting out a statement saying that this is conditioned upon the complete, immediate, and safe opening of the Strait of Hormuz, saying that the 10-point proposal from Iran is a workable basis on which to negotiate.
Looks like I will be in line for the Nobel Peace Prize Award if the ceasefire holds. I'm just praying for peace in the Middle East because nobody likes war. We need peace. So pray for peace, friends. Anyway, Andy, have yourself a great day, my friend. And let's all try and be safe out there today, people.
Andy, don't fall for the reverse psychology from Busman. He's using the ground report to promote the other show. This is the third time he talked about it.
Morning. Andy, I want to tell you something. A lot of things are dysfunctional in this country. First and foremost, what road repair program do we have here? I've seen Wassa going all over and digging up the roads, and they're not packing it back properly. They just covering it back. When the rain fall, the dirt turns into mud, and the streets become very dirty. When they have to fill a pothole, whoever it is, they just throw the asphalt down in the hole filled with water and mud and run a roller over it. And as the rain falls, or the first big truck passes, the hole opens back up again. They just patching the roads. A lady said she went Barrackpore a few weeks ago and she burst 2 tires and cracked a rim from going down in a pothole. The roads in Barrackpore are dilapidated. Furthermore, I want to see, you see that transportation service in San Fernando PTSC is the worst right now. They're just taking all the buses and sending them to UE. Yesterday I was in a taxi coming down the highway around 2 to half 3 so, and I did not see a single bus going to Port of Spain. The only bus that I saw was a San Fernando to UE, and then another one was going up to UE again. There's 2 buses. So what really going on inside here? Is it that that UE is now the main stakeholder in the San Fernando PTSC? What really going on? When all you was campaigning, all you complain about how the government had PTSC in a mess. And I heard the Prime Minister saying that how they're going to fix PTSC. What going on? 1 year in office, right? And people can't get a bus to go Port of Spain. What madness is this? No, what madness is this? Right? People are buying a set of bus tickets and they can't get the bus to go anyway. But they're only concentrating on UE. Sabotaging all the other routes to get buses to go UE. This is ridiculous. And I'll keep highlighting this until the issue is resolved. Additionally, I want to see, I am not bad talking the government, Andy? The UNC is in charge. If ever we have an issue, is they have to fix it until such time the electorate decides otherwise. And I was listening to a program with the Warrior Princess, and she was saying that garbage collection in Sandy Grande is extremely abysmal. She said 4 and 5 days garbage staying in the bin in front of her house. What really going on? No, what really going on? Right? Garbage is not being picked up on time. The roads look very untidy and nasty looking. Rubbish all over the side of the roads, right? But yet now, we can't see the Prime Minister come out and address the nation. And every time you talk about something, you're having these marionettes like Miss Santa Cruz and a lady from Tobago named Old Bernie coming out and criticizing you and saying he's a PNM, he's a PNM. So everything under this government is perfect. You can't talk. All right.
Gotta head for the capiche.
Oh boy, Lennox. Before we go for that day, we're gonna see. Oh God, it's getting hot
all I
in
have
here.
to say is democracy is at work.
Yeah,
and,
democracy at work.
No way I would feel offended because somebody said that I am ignorant of a particular issue. I don't claim to be omniscient. I don't claim to be all-knowing. However, I would stand very firm if there is something, unless, of course, you can prove to me otherwise. I will stand firm with my position on certain matters, as I have. So I'm not in any way offended. I don't want anybody to vicariously attempt to try to
and that's
argue my case or defend me. Yeah.
Nice, and that's the case on Mr. Lenny. and the two foreigners, Mr. Lenny and Kenrick Passad. So in those cases, where we see democracy, either or, we saw democracy, and we saw where the ground report is not biased in any way, because you see we're going there. And then now in this case of our next one that they are saying, well, we need to ban because we bias, and if they go, but yet still his whole contribution come true. He's complaining about some old Bernie or some. What says though about his contribution? He's saying potholes.
Well, I did want, as the second major topic this morning, as far as I'm concerned, to address that because I have some serious concern that anybody, based on our track record, to suggest that somehow the ground report is biased one way or another. So we look at that after the capital.
Okay.
The time has reached for your capiche, and therefore, of course, those persons to give us their mark so that we can make some money today.
Nice. Trinidad and Tobago, what's your number for today? What did you dream? What did you walk past yesterday? Did you mine a mark? Have you been winning? Well, here it is, right here on the ground report, courtesy NLCB. We have the pick or the mark of the day. Snipes, what was yesterday, Marks?
The
NLCB. Boy, and what courtesy NLCB?
Well, yesterday we had coming in from the callers, we had number 20 dog, 12 king, 36 donkey, and 21 mouth. And of course, your pick yesterday, Andy, on your birthday was 14.
Right. And before you go now to what was the marks, if we did only take the man catch we had a jam it yesterday over and over and over, saying the ground report bias. And tell us now how much times that jam it play yesterday. We was to pick up on it.
Well, at 10 a.m. we had 29. At 1 p.m. we had 16.
That's jam it.
At 4 p.m. we had 16
again.
Oh
God, Bossman again.
And at 7 p.m. we had number 27.
Oh God, Bossman again. Bossman played straight out, you know. Where's 29 again?
Is it horse?
Yeah, but it's clear. It's clear that I'm sure that the mark minders are mindful of what is trending, and therefore they will catch the man, I suppose, today.
Yeah, today they'll catch the man. So you all, the lines are open. Come on. 4 people out there, whether it's in Tobago, East, West, North, or South Central. Let's hear your mark for today.
29 is actually Opia Man.
Opia Man?
Yeah. So don't forget, people, of course, this courtesy NLCB, the company that, of course, the only company set up to love to give you money. So just
I love how you
have a ticket
MS.
and you'll get a chance.
They
yes,
love
to give you money.
Yes. Oh boy. So the lines are open, Trinidad and Tobago. Come on. Let's get those 4 marks. So yesterday nobody ain't give me that mark, boy. Hey, boy. But if they did mine and mark, do I get that 16, eh? The word of God, that 16. Twice, too. One more time we play that. So come on, let me get all the numbers. 4 people, 4 marks. What did you dream?
Good morning. What's your mark for today?
Good morning, Lennox, and the director, YTK, wherever he is. Or he knows one team. Andy, I give it 14.
14?
Let me tell you.
Where, why?
Yeah, 14. Boy, Bossman and me, and Akira laughing here, boy. Bossman, morning to you. Everybody ain't gonna like you. But morning to Bossman. Andy, I look on and listen, and let me, after the mark, let me say that you the excuse to her. Thank God for NLCB sponsoring, at least this program or any other program or supporting 91.1, so you ought to go a long way from here.
Yes.
14 and this time, well, God, we're only 14 now, man.
14, boy, that 14 ain't want to come at all, long time come by. We had a mind our 14,
yeah.
boy.
And them Chinese talking about on the shelf.
By I know
it's only
plate.
NLCB play by NLCB all year, but NLCB have no shelf mark.
Yeah, boy. Let me get the next one.
Them today.
Yeah, let me get the next one. Go ahead, next caller. Go ahead. Where's your mark, next caller? Go ahead. Wait.
31, because they played 16 yesterday.
All right, wait, KFC. Tell us
man.
why. We don't know we in here. Where's your mark and why? Why that mark? Let me hear.
Because they played the small jammet, so they didn't really big jammet.
All right, and where's the big jammet?
So, and they so quick you take more calls.
Where's the big jammet?
To play mark.
What
I
just
call
now?
to make my contribution.
Yeah,
I
but
take my
no.
calls. Yeah.
Where's the big jammet? Yeah, we know the mark. All we know is the play small jammet and
31.
31.
Small jammet is 16.
Right, and why you pick that?
Yeah, 31, big jammet.
And why you pick the big jammet?
I'm going to tell you when you open up the lines and taking contribution.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Why don't you know with Mark?
All right, yeah.
Yeah, bless.
I want to know because it look like you going into a real story about that mark. That big jammet, 31. Go ahead, caller. I don't know, the man like he talked to you last night. Go ahead, caller. Morning. Oh, God. Yes. Next one. Go ahead, caller. Mark for the day.
Hey,
2 guns so far.
Okay, let me give you a mark. Andy, I was dreaming last night that I was in India. I went to India and I see a set of fight. I see monkey fighting, boy. And when I watch, I see Colfort man and Rowley fighting against Penny. When I turn around, so I think monkey's the number. I think we're going to win tonight, brother. We're going to win.
Where's monkey?
Later, Andy.
Where's monkey?
I don't know. They know. The guy know.
Snice.
He know the number.
Where's monkey?
I was in India and I dreamed that boy.
All right, you go check where's monkey. But you have to tell me where's
All
the
right, I'm telling you what I see, man. We're going to win. 10 going to win.
Monkey's 10.
10. All right. So that 10. Right, let me get next one. Morning, caller. What's your mark for today? Caller. Oh, come on, caller. Connect. Go ahead, caller. The next one. Where's your mark for today? Morning.
There's more than only 9.
Why 9? Where's 9?
9 is cattle. They'll tie the cattle with the rope.
So they tie the cattle with the rope? So when the cattle went that they had us tied with the rope?
No, but they tie the cattle to put in the grass to graze.
Oh, so that way they tie it?
Well, they come in under 35 and 27 was the last mark. That is 2 rope.
All right, so 27 was the last mark yesterday?
Right. So they tie the cow. Well, they played Jamet whining in the road.
Oh, so this 216 was the Jamet whining in the road?
Whining in the road. And drunk man like Jamet.
And drunk man like Jamet?
That's how the play went yesterday.
Oh, so that's how they play. So now that the drunk man like the Jamet and now the cattle have to be tied in the road or something, so?
They tie the cattle with the rope.
Okay. That is
tie the cattle out the graze.
Oh boy, that man, you don't know how to read the man good, girl.
And when 29 is drunk and blind, right? You're drunk, so you're blind or you're dead.
Oh.
29 is you're drunk or you're dead. You're blind or you're dead.
Okay. What? Yeah. So you's a real serious user, girl, know how to read them, the man, girl.
Yeah, but I can't win it. I told you, so that's why I win the 27.
All right.
You can't hold the pass. I think I am playing the 27, man. That was the played.
But you win thing already, but you ain't call the pitbull and say, well, I at least LA 20.
No, I haven't. I didn't win the 20, but you don't know I haven't back.
Now, well, you have to, but then you're tying the cattle with the rope and this and that. So the man tricking you. So you have to know when to tie the cattle and when the Jamet widen on the road. So you go catch it because you ain't catching it. But
then again, when man drop, they get like monkeys, so they could play the monkey just for the fine.
Oh, they could play the monkey too. All right. They serious thing. What? The man desire all over Lennox Smith. Boys, the what's is a serious thing. Oh boy. So how much we have there so far? We have the 4?
Are we holding on? Yeah, we have the 4. That's your mark to go now.
All right. Where's my mark, boy? Where's Bacchanal? Because I find it's real Bacchanal these days, boy. Where's Bacchanal? Where's the mark Bacchanal?
The people will have to tell you. I don't know.
You tell me where's Bacchanal there, quick. That is Bacchanal. I want to know where's the mark for Bacchanal. Morning caller. Where's the mark for Bacchanal? Because I want Andy's pick now.
Andy,
where's the mark for Bacchanal?
good morning to you, Andy Williams.
Hey, good morning, COP. People are asking for you, but we'll do that in the next time. And let me just close off. What is the mark for Bacchanal?
To you, Nigel Sniper. Andy Williams, you call out the mark on them that they play yesterday. Drunk Man, 2 Jamet, and 36, 27. Andy Williams, I go in with 25. Because the drunk man meet 2 Jamet, and when the Jamet really look, 26 is small, 27 is small snake. When the 2 Jamet really look, they about that small snake the drunk man had. So they take a taxi and they leave here. So that's 25.
Whoa, the man is take taxi too, all right. So that's 25.
No, the woman and the Jamet and them take a taxi because these are drunk man. The drunk man drinking rum.
All right.
And 27 is small snake.
Oh.
So when they really look at him, they say, when we come with a strong man with a small snake you have. You see me, let me take a taxi and they go to look for the next businessman.
All right.
So I go with 25.
Right, you will go 25. But what it is, knowing that you know how to read it, so with the taxi and them thing, where's the mark for Bacchanal?
Well, drunk man 16.
Go drunk man again, boy.
Drunk man and 16 is Bacchanal. Yeah, but they will play back that again. Them Jamet and them want nothing to do with that small snake, man.
Okay.
So they drive out of the.
Well, all right. All right, boy. Lennox help me today now, boy. I want mark, boy. I ain't know the drunk man, they want to do nothing with the Jamet and them again. Lennox, you laughing? So help me.
The complexity, the complexity and the elaborateness of how they arrived there. I ain't reached there yet. I learn it.
You learn it? All right.
So you go ahead. You go
all
ahead.
Right. Somebody say,
Papa.
Somebody Joyce Ram say 26, and yesterday I think I did pick 26. 26 is confusion. So I think Frank James is saying 26. For who plays? Or Dr. Angela saying 26. For crowd and Bacchanal. So I will stick with the 26.
26.
Yeah, I will stick with 26. Yeah. That Bacchanal. Right? Because the drunk man, remember Snipes, the drunk man, leave the 2 Jamet and then somebody lasso the cow. And beside the lasso the cow, the drunk man was drunk, the Jamet they must travel. And when the Jamet had to travel, well, I go pick the 26, which is the Bacchanal, because that the foul play and crowd. So I trying to read it like them, but
you sure?
Sound like it makes sense, yeah.
You sure you can repeat that?
Nah, I didn't think I can repeat that, you know.
Alright, so guys,
that's how LCB have us. We looking for money. The only company that is there to give money.
You have to look for it.
Look for it. So, you can't remember. You can only say it once.
Forward money don't make money.
Yeah.
So the numbers today go as follow for April the 8th. We had 14 money, 31 person wife, 10 monkey, and 9 cattle. And of course, Andy's capiche for today is 26 crowd.
Yeah. Everybody's saying it online day. So what we're going to do is take a break now, you all. And it's about time we organize and get a nice clip from NLCB. You got to win. When you play, you got to make an ad man. When you
play, definitely.
Stanley's the only company that gives money.
That gives money, yeah. You have to do the ad. If there's anything, yeah. They can make Lennox voice it, or all three of we voice it in a smart way. And the company like to give money. NLCB. Nice. Take that break and come back. Courtesy NLCB. The company that loves to give away money. Go ahead.
Yeah. You have a ticket, you have a chance.
Your future is safe with us. No matter your age or where you're from, or what doors are open to each and every one. A variety of services that's accessible and reliable. Here to show you just what service is. Helping where we can
Your future is safe with us.
The Trinidad and Tobago online arrival and departure card platform can be accessed at travel.gov.tt. It is free, convenient, and required information can be completed within a few minutes. Passengers must create an account using a valid email address to access the portal, which will be available 72 hours prior to travel. The online arrival and departure card is a mandatory declaration for all international passengers and replaces the former process of filling a paper form. To complete the online arrival and departure card, each traveler must have flight information, a valid passport, and must upload a picture of the passport biodata page. Receipts for immigration and customs containing a QR code will be generated upon submission. Download and save the receipts, which will also be sent via email. Edits can be made to the declaration prior to the day of travel. However, if any changes are required on the day of travel, passengers must complete a new online arrival and departure card. The QR code may be required before boarding and must be presented to officials upon arrival and departure. A transformative travel experience awaits. This was a production of the Information Division, Office of the Prime Minister.
TNTech wants you to fly safe. While enjoying this kite flying season, remember, kites touching power lines can cause power outages. You could also be electrocuted. For safe kite flying, fly kites in open fields, away from streets, highways, power lines, electrical installations, and equipment. Use dry string, never wire. Don't remove kites that are entangled on poles or power lines. Don't fly kites in wet weather. Wet strings conduct electricity. TNTech, the power to make it work.
When it matters, we're there, reporting the news as it happens, because your world can't wait. TTT News, nightly at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Your future is safe with us. No matter your age or where you're from, our doors are open to each and every one. A variety of services that's accessible and reliable. Here to show you just what service is. Helping where we can, but with a smile.
Police Credit Union, your future is safe with us.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked!
Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Boy, while you see me here, I watching, I put all them numbers together, them so far. And I looking to see if I can play a lotto. I like cash, but just these numbers, and then we'll just keep rotating. The man swinging back, but I was not going to repeat what it is I said just now, but you know, this play thing I eventually going to get accustomed at the dreams and the thing there. Lennox will learn too, and you know, we'll jump on board. When I told you I win the lotto, it's because I take all the capiche and them and put them together and make one set of marks that are going to rotate. And I will just forget the rest. Right, so all of the lines are open. Now let's continue our front burners. Come on, caller. A pleasant good morning to you. What's on your front burner this morning? Right here on the #1 talk program, The Ground Report on Talk City. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning. This is Granny.
Go ahead, Granny.
I called to let you know I was listening 91.9 last week. And after lunch, I think it was Thursday, the fellow they called KFC. Now, they had a program about the nurses. So I call in and talk about the nurses. There's dirty beggar they call KFC calling my name and saying, Granny, and putting me and saying, I just called, pull it up and never get it. After lunch with the young fella is a good boy, nice boy. He said, Granny just called in the worst program which is the ground report. The ground report is the worst program. And Granny had nothing to do, and she just called in that program. Look where that case we have all your name. Eh? What was the beggar of my name and all your name? As an independent and a good, decent woman and respected by everybody. So that is all your people having all your name. He come on our next program now. And he talking, all of us had that man around, all you're so good and saying this and that. I say no, Andy. But pull it up and you're going to find it Thursday after lunch with the young boys. The young boy's a good boy. Right.
Wow.
Thank you.
So unfortunate. All right. Oh boy, the only thing is, I don't get tortured by that because I don't listen to no program to be tortured. Why would I listen to any other program to get tortured and to hear J.A. says Bray when I'm a host, one of the hosts of the number one program that could soothe my ears, that brings out proper information. So I really not going to let no other program and what people say and bother me at all. And when people always remember, good news in media is good news. Bad news in media is good news. All news is really good news. And it's good to see, well, wow, when the ground report gone, it have other programs, people talking about the ground report. What a real promotion, boy. You ain't see this man, boss man, stop traveling bus, going in taxi, and the people in taxi talking about the ground report too. That is good. It means we are well establishing and spreading. So let's continue. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Good morning, ground report. I'd like to highlight something that happened yesterday at the Felicity Lacan Carrier River. A pundit was doing a whole funeral in the middle of the driveway. It was a shaving day. When the shaving was over, the people couldn't leave to go home. I would like something to be done about that. They can occupy the side, they can occupy the shed on the side and do their thing. They don't have to occupy the whole driveway to block traffic flow. Thank you.
Wait, ma'am, let me hear you talking about some funeral home blocking up the road. Let me hear again once more.
Good morning, ground report. I'd like to highlight something that happened yesterday at the Felicity Lacan Carrier River. A pundit was doing a whole funeral in the middle of the driveway. It had a shaving day. When the shaving was over, the people couldn't leave to go home. I would like something to be done about that. They can occupy the side, they can occupy the shed on the side and do their thing. They don't have to occupy the whole driveway to block traffic flow.
All right,
thank you.
Just bring more clarity. I think Hindus on people who were shaving and did it. I try to understand, but understand something about blocking up and nobody can leave on it had a shaving. So I don't know if the shaving is a respect where nobody can leave when they're doing the shaving. So I don't understand. You're just going to bring some more clarity to that for us. Let's continue there quick, please.
Good morning, ground report. We have to understand that we live in boroughs and wards and so on. And there's what I will call mini government in those areas. When I say mini government, you have councillors and all these sort of things. So the government provides the money and they are the people who have to spend the money. So everything you go in an area, you see garbage, or the government. It's not the government. It's whoever in charge of that area where you live. They have to know how to spend the money and make sure that things go well. In my area, I wonder, wait now. This is a place where, well, I live in a totally government PNM area. All right? And even while I was in office, I will wonder, wait boy, the roads are good and all that. When the election was coming, I see they come and they patch up certain parts where have humps. Not even the whole thing, not even all the humps, but the Mamagai people. only holes in the road and all that. And there's a big city. People, please stop blaming the government. The area in which you live, the people who have to run there, they are the people in charge. They have garbage. They have trucks and all that to go out and work and collect the garbage. And to collect, they don't even collect, like if you put out big bags with grass and all that. In the area where I live, you have a department will come out.
Good morning, Lennox, Andy, my
Good morning, Tobago, Mother Bernie.
UB, Trinidad and Tobago. Busman is a total shame to this country. Morning, Andy, Lennox, UB, and the whole of Trinidad and Tobago. Busman is a total shame to this place. I am so proud to be elderly because some people don't live to meet nothing. So when you're talking about Old Bernie and Miss Santa Cruz and you're disrespectful. And the time you take to be talking this rubbish on the station, go home and look to clean. You need to clean. I ain't gonna tell you where, but go and clean. You just leaving your home early morning and driving up and down and mining where you're not supposed to bind. That your business. Leave the government, let them do their work. They have their work to do and they will do. Morning, Andy, Lennox Smith, UB, and the whole of Trinidad and Tobago. Bossman, he's a total waste, It's a waste of time. Waste of time answering you and waste of time. I don't know, you just make this program get disgusting because you disgusting and sickening. We're talking about old Bernie. Even though I old, there is something. Old age is not a sin. It's not a shame. It's not a disgrace. It's thanking God for life. You're so dotish. You don't know how long you will live. You're a fool. You only talking rubbish on the station. People must carry it down because the things that you're saying is not what they know and it's not what the government is doing. You just decide to carry down this government because you can't get your kickback and your hamper. If you went all, you're a reject. You're a non-entity and a non-contributor to this country. But keep away from me. I am a Tobagonian and a proud one and a proud old one too. A good working old thing better than a young thing is a stupid man. And you don't have no sense. Talk things that make sense in this country now, boy. You have so much issues. And some of the issues is you because you're dotish and don't have no sense. Please leave me alone. I am going to say what I have to say until I don't know what to say. I will say it because nothing that you're talking is making sense and you're making yourself nothing but a fool. So leave Mother Bernie alone because she not there in your house, she not begging for nothing and me not want nothing from you. Leave me, let me make my contributions and say what I have to say. I don't care 5 minutes about what you have to say because you're a non-entity, non-contributor, irrelevant, and everything else. I can't put it towards your name. So leave me alone. Have a good morning.
Where's that?
No, he's just saying
in local parlance, she pepper him.
Frank talk. You know, some may say that some may say is ill mannered, and they'll take it in whatever direction. But the fact is Frank talk. Is not to take away, of course, Busman's position that he may assume that he's speaking Frank as well. But having said that, I thought it was important to spend a short time on the whole question of the bias of the ground report assertion that was made yesterday and the fact that it appears to some that we are not on the ground. Of course, I painstakingly sort of defended our position with respect, of course, to where we have set up shop on George Street and therefore stone's throw from Nelson Street, for example. You can't be more grassroots than that, but it appears that some people want more. Well, I want to say, of course, we had predicted, or we were saying, because of the grassroots propensity of this program. Remember, I would say from time to time, if anybody out there could recall that on a Friday I will go around Port of Spain and so on, and I've observed that businesses are closing down, and on Frederick Street in particular, I actually counted the amount of what I consider to be micro businesses like bars and so on actually opening on Frederick Street, when in fact Frederick Street at one time would have been the place where you would go to shop for haberdashery or clothing, for of course household furniture, for kitchen appliances and so on, that kind of business. But then we are seeing that, and guess what? True to form and reality must strike. Well, today, if you look in one of the newspapers today, you would see that, of course, a statement made by DOMA, Downtown Owners Merchants Association. Yes, they said, listen, business closures reflect long-term economic decline. Because we also said that this development couldn't come overnight. It couldn't come after the 28th of April last year. It had to be over time, and of course, the present circumstance, whether the new taxes, whether it's sin tax or otherwise, might have thrown people over the cliff. But there are those who would want to say that it's because of the policies and programs of the present administration that has created, of course, persons going out of business and closing down and so on. But let me tell you, DOMA, once again, business closure reflects long-term economic decline. And of course, it says, just the first two paragraphs, that will give you the idea as to what we have been saying as a grassroots element, having our ears on the ground and not of course, having our heads in the clouds and not looking down, or indeed burying our heads in the sand. That is something you cannot ascribe to the ground report. This is what it says. Gregory Aboud, president of the Downtown Owners and Merchants Association, says as follows. The Downtown Owners and Merchant Association says, the recent closure of some businesses reflects a long-standing economic decline in Trinidad and Tobago and not a sudden downturn.
Very good.
Let me repeat.
Yeah, say it again.
Let me repeat. The Downtown Owners and Merchants Association says the recent closure of some businesses, a long-standing economic decline in Trinidad and Tobago, and not a sudden downturn.
Understood.
In a press conference, DOMA said, let me just read this one. DOMA said, public discussion on the issue has become sidetracked by political exchanges, even as the trend of closures has developed over several years. Several years. This administration is not yet 1 year in office.
So
let us put things in perspective. I often say, and with a high degree of humility, we find it difficult to be always right. We find it difficult to be always right, but that is how it is. And no one can accuse us, of course, of not making those statements and making it very public that it could not be associated with the present administration, in spite of course, some politicians, as the article seemed to suggest, will make it look as though, or try to make it look as though, and some callers as well, you know yourselves, and you know them too, we try to make it look as though it's since, of course, the last administration has come into office.
Right? So the present administration.
Let us put that to rest.
So they put that here. So they blame the present administration when it was admitted by the president of the Downtown Merchant Association, Mr. Gregory Aboud, saying that the decline and the several closures of several businesses in Port of Spain and environs, it's a long-term effect, long-term over the years. And that's several years, and it have nothing to do with the present administration. Let's continue with some other voices before we go to the lines.
To the ground report, Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, and Mighty Kerr, the people of radio. Welcome back outside again. Thanks and praise to the Almighty God for looking over your family during the night and during the day. Have a blessed and beautiful day again. And all the supporters looking over the family as well through the Almighty God, the creator of heaven and earth. Bossman, let me tell you something. Everybody know he is not a UNC, he is a PNM. Because every time you open your mouth, there's something bad is saying about the government. What you want the government to do? Fix the whole country in a year time? Fix every part of Trinidad and Tobago in 1 year time? How you just be all over the place when the day come? 1 minute in UE, 1 minute in Mero, 1 minute in Arima, 1 minute in San Fernando, you even mark in how to pave any road to. You say you put in the asphalt and them in mud, and so anything just, you know, real thing. How you know nothing about Rowley and PNM and them? How you only talking about Kamala alone? You ain't saying nothing about the past government and the opposition. You ain't talking about nothing what they do. All the money that's missing in the treasury. He's trying to close down the people that are dead out on the sea. You ain't saying nothing about them. How come you say nothing about them? You ain't saying all of the money in the hand and what they do with it. But only UNC right through. You want to close down the UNC and it's all the electors will vote back, put them out. But you real good boy. What time is it up in the morning? What time is it? They don't go and sleep at all. Look like it's from morning to evening, right down to the night, whole night. You're outside there, Macoin. What you UNC doing? You ain't easy at all. You have a good job. You aren't missing out to get no work. You complain about the road, you complain about the boss. Eh? Boss man, let me tell you something. The best thing for you to do right now is go in the madhouse. They where it belong. Go in the madhouse. Your son is a madman. You're talking a set of rubbish and nobody will not take you on. Nobody not believing in you neither. Because you is a compulsive, notorious liar. Go on somewhere, go and hide somewhere. You lie every minute of the second of the day, you're lying right through. You always know everything. Why you never talk about PNM? Eh? What they do in this country? You always disrespect Canada the other day. You ever say anything about it? No. Nobody ain't taking you on, boy. Waste of time with
All right,
you.
people, we'll
out.
have to go for the news. We'll have to break and go for the news. When we come back, more on this edition of the Ground Report.
Good morning. This is your TDT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. Making the news at this time. Local manufacturers are maintaining the warning that Trinidad and Tobago's ongoing foreign exchange shortage is placing serious pressure on businesses, affecting their ability to import raw materials and maintain production. The Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association says the issue remains one of the sector's biggest challenges. Newly appointed TTMA President Emil Ramkissoon says many manufacturers are now forced to carefully balance limited foreign exchange allocations while still trying to keep operations running. He explains that accessing U.S. currency through the banking system remains difficult, leaving companies heavily dependent on the Exim Bank for support.
Running a company back in the days was easier because we didn't have a foreign exchange crisis. Now we're in a foreign exchange crisis. You know, we have to pivot forward and retool. And as second and third generation, you know, you have to learn how to balance cash flow, balance paying suppliers, how to use your money to pay raw materials, how to use the foreign exchange that you get from the Exim Bank.
Mr. Ramkissoon says while the Exim Bank provides some relief, the system still creates uncertainty for businesses when allocations are delayed or inconsistent.
The function and the policy of Exim Bank really and truly is to help companies get to that manufacturing stage and get back foreign exchange back into the country. And that is what the Ministry of Finance is really looking at, to restructuring Exim Bank. And I will agree on that, you know, get it back to that system. But currently the gaps in Exim Bank, because sometimes you get an allocation this month and then you have a 2-month gap. And, you know, it really puts a strain on our members.
TTMA says improving access to foreign exchange and expanding export markets will be critical to strengthening the manufacturing sector and helping businesses generate more foreign currency for the economy. In other news, students with disabilities at Kids Space Education Limited are learning valuable life and employment skills by producing and selling their own line of herbal teas. The program, called Rooted From Garden to Cup, is supported by the Digicel Foundation and the Global Environment Facilities Small Grants Program through the Innovation Challenge for Persons with Disabilities. Based in Woodbrook, KidSpace has installed hydroponic growing towers and a commercial-grade processing space, allowing students to manage every step, from planting and harvesting to packaging and quality control. Production tasks are carefully broken into structured steps, with some students actively harvesting and sorting. Others prepare dehydration, packaging, and quality checking, building real skills through real work. The hands-on initiative promotes independence, entrepreneurship, and inclusion, with discussions already underway to place the student-made teas in local businesses. One of the standout stories of the 2026 Carifta Games in Grenada was 15-year-old Nyla Kerr, who, despite making the Carifta team last year, was unable to compete due to injury. This past weekend, Kerr finally made her debut and went on to win gold in 1500-meter final and bronze in the 4x400-meter relay. The San Juan native spoke on her success following the team's return on Tuesday at the Piarco International Airport.
It was really good to me, honestly. I put in the work and I was determined to at least make at least one medal on the podium, and I am very grateful to the grace of God that I am able to leave with two.
And that was your TDT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. From the entire team here, have a great day.
That was TDT News on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Talk City 91.1 FM. Talk.
Cabinet has approved the establishment of the regulatory framework for the registration and management of classic, antique, and vintage vehicles in Trinidad and Tobago.
Music. Culture.
We are now in a state where I can now proudly announce that our gas production will increase by a significant amount given all the various projects that are now expected to come online.
Engaging conversations, latest news, our music. This is Talk City 91.1 FM.
Supporting schools go beyond addressing challenges in the moment. It also helps shape how students grow and respond to life beyond the classroom. School social worker with the Ministry of Education Student Support Services Division, Mr. Soleil Dyer, shares how that support is helping to build resilience and create positive changes in schools. At the core of that effort is helping students develop the tools they need to manage challenges and grow.
So the school social workers, we play a very important role in terms of helping our students develop resilience, confidence, and healthy coping skills that support both their academic success as well as their personal development as well. Through individual support, group programs, we have our individual session, which is like our one-on-one counseling sessions, as well as we have our selected and targeted group sessions as well, which are more curated and structured, and collaboration with educators as well as families. They help with students building skills that extend far beyond the classroom, which studies would prove.
That assistance also contributes to a more inclusive and supportive school structure where students feel safe and even valued.
So one of the pillars that we stand on as social workers is that of social justice as well as advocacy. So creating that kind of environment and having an environment like that that is conducive for inclusion, it kind of helps our students navigate their way through the educational system as we focus on programs such as conflict resolution and emotional regulation and, even simple things like peer relations as well would also help students, thrive in that environment.
Building that kind of environment is a shared effort, and support is available for those looking to make a difference.
So if it is that I would have identified some of the areas that you think that you may need assistance with, whether it's through your school, whether it's through, like certain groupings of your school and stuff like that, feel free to reach out to your school supervisor, feel free to reach out to your principal, feel free to reach out to your child's teacher, let them know that, you would have heard about some of the programs that school social work do and you're interested in it in terms of strengthening that capacity at your school. Those are some of the things that we do, even if it's like through some of your community partners. We partner with a lot of external agencies, and you may want that program or you may want our program through your school. So let us help you, number one, support your children, as well as help create that environment where all students feel safe, supported, and again, able to thrive.
School social worker with the Ministry of Education Student Support Services Division, Mr. Soleil Dyer. Remember, for more information on student support services and other initiatives, please visit the Ministry of Education's website at www.moe.gov.tt, or you can also follow the ministry's Facebook page for more details.
This was a production of the Information Division, Office of the Prime Minister.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1. Bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
And so I'll go right to on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked. Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Well, you all know in the next 7 minutes or so, we have to go for the word for today. So let me just continue those voice notes there. Quick. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
When it have a shaving and the shaving is over, the people have to leave to go home because they have other things to do at home at a certain time. So when the driveway is blocked up and they cannot leave and they have to wait, it's keeping them back. When it have other space where the pundit could occupy to do his thing rather than the middle of the driveway. So it's a matter of being considerate. It's like the pundit had no consideration and he knew it had a shaving there because he went inside the shaving area. So he was being inconsiderate, knowing these things because he himself does shaving for people.
Okay then. Oh boy, still trying to catch up on what it is you're talking about. All right, and we shaving and people have to go home or if it go. Where that happened? Was it by one of them area places where it's going to burn like Waterloo and them places? Is it that, because you're saying the driveway or so is it that we're talking about is by cremation site, right? That's what I was looking for earlier. And or is it that you're talking about a place like the Alliance Funeral Home and them where go, burn people or so, because you're talking about, so understand what you're saying and the respect and people are going, but still ain't get the full drift of the story in which you're talking about. So let's continue.
Andy, good morning. Big Ram here, my brother. Blessings to you and the crew. Hey, Andy, you need to give that bus man a rest. He's really, really disgusting. Give that man a rest, please.
Good morning to the magnificent tree. Let me tell you something. Mr. Lennox, since I could remember since before COVID, Alan Roberts was going about talking about businesses closing down and blaming the P&M for causing these businesses to close down. And then COVID come and even make it worse, right? But people know, they're sure it had nothing to do with the UNC. But people just going around trying to blame this government, as I tell all you already, boy. All what I'm trying to do is to win the local election. And everything, they will blame the UNC for doing it under Kamala Business Act. No matter what happened in the country, they will get blamed now because the hierarchy and them trying to win election is nothing to do with this present government. It's to blame them. If Kamala talk, they blame she for not talking. And if she talk, they still blame she for talking. Like if something Kamala say will cause things to be different. So anyhow you take it, they blaming the UNC. If the accident on the road, they blaming the UNC. If it had no accident on the road, they blaming the UNC. Radar come, they blame it for coming. The radar go, they blame it for going. Anything, they blaming it. That is UNC fault. UNC is the fault in Trinidad and Tobago. They shouldn't win the election. They blame them for even winning the election because the PNM better than them. The PNM should be in power. Come on, no man. We know what's going on. So let me try and fight back against this kind of propaganda. The PNM propaganda is at full hope. Thank you, gentlemen.
Pleasant good morning, Mikey, Lennox, Andy, and Sis Snipes. Well, this is just my solution. You know, it's a problem that we may be facing. It's concerning the highways. You know, I'm just making a suggestion. Maybe we could take up on it. Is that on the highways itself, there's the electronic or digital boards that they could run off a solar panel across the road itself, so that they can monitor people's speed limit. You know, some people just be focusing on their gauges and speeding above the normal speed rate. You know, so maybe it's an overhead digital board that each lane could show that how fast you're going before you actually reach there. So that when people could be driving straight, you look up. While they're driving, you go be seeing it straight across over the road. Digital, and you can know how fast you're going, so you can reduce your speed and drive with more caution. So this is just my opinion. Maybe it's a solution to something that we might be able to take up on whoever is listening and consider it. All right, blessings everyone.
Mr. Lennox, morning, Andy. Hey, I forgot to tell you a happy birthday to you, man. I forgot. Happy birthday and many blessings. Eh? Many blessings, man. Many blessings on you and your family. All right, Mr. Andy. Lennox, Andy, the man is making a deal, right? He got to pull back all, but they have sanction against Iran. Iran want the sanction to come off of it, take off all the sanction and makes it all the deal. I have to go in details and find out, but I know that one of the deal also. The passage is that Iran could be ownership of that passage, which they never had no ownership before the war. All right? Now they want all that passage. So Iran become the winner. Right? Iran become the winner, Mr. Lennox. That's all about. This is very embarrassing. You know what I mean? I mean, you get some more information and then you know what I'm talking about. Because I've been watching the news here. I've been watching different things, not from the Democrat, have nothing to do with Democrat and Republican. This is what it is. Okay? I'm not only the Democrat or Republican, everybody else, everybody in the United States. Everybody in the United States, very embarrassed, like we weak. That is what I'm talking about. They have nothing to do with Democrat and Republican, Mr. Lennox. Yeah, I'm not talking about because of point of that view. I'm pointing what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, and what I'm knowing. All right? I never call anybody show except the ground report. Never. Since I call him so many years, I never call anybody a show. That man is mad. Yeah, mad man. I make my contribution, and I make my contribution. I don't criticize yours. So stay in your friggin' lane. I don't know hell is your old ass. Go and sit down in your wheelchair. Okay? And collect your social security. Shut your damn mouth.
Come, let's stop there. We have to go for the word of the day. Oh boy. Seniors fighting seniors. Americans slash Trinidadians dual citizen.
That seemed to be the nature of the world today, where you have controversy.
And you fight it.
No, me fighting. Me fighting. Snipes, you fighting? Yeah.
Who you say fighting?
Seniors fighting seniors. I don't know. And Americans fighting Americans. And all of them from Trinidad,
antagonism.
Yeah, all of them from Trinidad. So I say no to that. You know what they say? them out there, them is Trini Americans or American Trinis. Them know the thing. Who out there 50 years,
Yeah,
who
the
out there
Seward
30
family
years.
drum beating, no
Yeah,
dance.
well,
no dance.
well, he gave us a little more, and he did it, of course, with a very what I consider be placid language, not as aggressive as before.
Yeah.
But of course, all I did was to say that the strait would have been open. I didn't go further to say who would have been in control and so on. So it's nice to know that he has, of course, mentioned that. And he is correct. It appears that because the Iranians are in agreement, they appear to be calling the shot. But I also said that it may well be a strategy on the part of, and that is in the area of conjecture or speculation, that it might be part of the strategy of the President of the United States, because he is a sort of unpredictable guy. So he may do that just to make the international population see the United States as a very congenial and a very humane country, even though it wielding a big stick by, of course, claiming to want to blow up, of course, all of the infrastructure and the utilities that country possesses. In fact, the term is they will bomb them into the Stone Age.
Wait,
I mean, that's a profound statement. Yeah, profound statement. Yeah, of course. Right. So if some see that present arrangement for 2 weeks as being, of course, a cowarding by the United States, well, that's a position. But the entire story has not yet ended, because you're talking about 2 weeks and having regard to what he did down here in the West Indies. You know, I would
time
not
and then
put
go
it beyond
in
him.
before. But
Yeah,
Lennox,
he might just do
it's
something
Gaia
and that's
time.
it. Yeah.
What we
Yeah, he's
see,
whimsical.
it's Gaia time.
You can't predict him.
And then before the time up, he gone in and here. Remember there was negotiating
That's
before
right, that's right.
before he killed the supreme leader or whatever. There was
That's right.
negotiations.
Yeah, why they were in negotiations, not too far from where the activities are taking place, and here it is. They went and decapitated the substantive or the substantial or the legit leadership of Iran. What they didn't understand, it appears they're realizing now, is that the leadership of the regime has been so fragmented that there are other elements that appear to be acting on their own, and therefore that kind of cutting off of a head, it appears that it is polyhedral, meaning that have several heads that you have to cut off in order to get to where you would like to go. So this may be a compromise, or it may be a strategy to, of course, engage later down
we
the
will
road.
only
So
see
we'll
2
wait
weeks.
and see.
Right, so we already have the first person here. A pleasant good morning to the word for today.
Oh yes, the word for today, challenge, of course. Go ahead, caller.
Hi, good morning, guys. Morning, Mr. Smith and Mr. Williams. Well, I heard it's your birthday. If it's your birthday, Mr. Williams, I'd like to wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you. That was yesterday, so belated, and I appreciate
all right, happy
it.
belated, happy birthday. It's all in order. You have a whole year to celebrate that when you're cooking.
Nice. Your voice sounds so intelligent, and it looked like you're going to bring some sort of a nice word for today on this big program, The Ground Report. And we appreciate that you are part this morning and we hear this beautiful voice. Go ahead, caller.
Thank you for your comment. Okay, you have to begin with, you have to understand, Mr. Trump elected, he's a businessman.
Oh, but wait. Firstly,
she come to comment on
you
what
are
was
first, come caller.
yesterday.
So what we will do is
yeah.
we just tell you, give us the word for today. Give us the word. What Lennox Smith explained to her.
This segment is the word for today challenge, and of course, you give me a word. I searched my vocabulary to see whether or not I know it, and then of course you would then tell me what the meaning is if I don't.
Because
you
sound like you have a wide vocabulary.
It is structured, yes.
You sound like you have a wide vocabulary. So any kind of word like this morning. What was my word this morning, Lennox Smith again? Based on something ludicrous.
You said ludicrous, and then of course you also said what's that other word, boy? See how you see how it does be.
Yeah.
But I think it's dust. No, not dusted. But go ahead.
But go ahead, ma'am. Just give us a word.
Are you willing to challenge, or we could pass on this occasion?
I could give any word.
Yeah, any word for today.
Yeah, any word. Yes.
My word for today is accountability.
Accountability. Right, and the meaning. So for all out there, give them the meaning of your word.
Well, my word, I would like people to be more accountable for what they're doing and responsible with whatever chores and whatever they give on to do, in that frame of mind.
All right, so
beautiful. Well, she gave the meaning, of course, responsible. So
responsible.
Instead of saying accountable several times, she said, well, responsible. Yes, paying attention to what you have to do and doing it well. All right, thanks very much. So
here what I'll do for we. Right after the word for the day, which will be about 2, 3 minutes, 4 minutes again, call back and I will want to hear, and I'm going to answer you. I will want to hear what's your thoughts on that whole Trump thing, because I was going to talk about that. So let me just let this segment clear, and I look forward for you calling back in the next 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Oh boy.
We'll go into a little more detail. Yes, next word before we get minds, and then we go for a slight break, and we will return.
Yes. So go ahead.
Anybody there?
The lines are open, Trinidad and Tobago. What's your word for today?
Get your dictionary out, your electronic one, your paper one, as they call it. Some say hardback. Hey, as you talk that, Andy, somebody left and they say somebody claiming to be Mikey's friend, from somewhere in Belmont. So I want to thank the person I got it. But if you see this huge dictionary, the only time that reminds me of what I used to see in the library. One big dictionary as a gift, I suppose. So I want to thank the person, and of course it shows that the people are paying attention, and therefore the people want to be edified, and they want to have a little more elasticity or much more variety in their expression, and therefore you could only do that with words. So very good, sir. So I want to thank you, and I'll make full use of it. I think my son started, of course, to open it, but it was almost as tall as him.
Well, that's a real drastic kind of dictionary, but that's a
humongous, yes, a gigantic dictionary.
Well, now I saw with that dictionary. Well, let me know what I was looking for. Remember I tell you just dance like way back then when Moses and Moses, they'd call it AD 200 or DC or something. So that dictionary look like it come out from BC, what?
BC, before Christ.
Before Christ. That dictionary look like it come out before Christ.
Yeah, because I do some repairs on it though, because it seemed to be a very old one.
Let me take this call here. What's your word?
Very hard covered and so on. Go
ahead,
your
word
caller.
For today, caller.
Give us your word.
Yeah, 3 words. Yeah. The word cool simple.
Cool simple.
Cool simple. CWLSIMPLE.
Cool simple.
Right, cool simple.
Well,
CW. Let me make sure I take note of it.
Yeah, but I want to hear what it means.
CWL.
I want to hear what it
simple.
Could I try?
CWLSIMPLE.
But could I try to give the meaning of it before you give us? Let me try to give the meaning of it before you give us. Cool simple. Cool, as in, it have some dudes just cool, like Lennox Smith is just cool, Snipes is just cool, and simple, it's like, simple is like, again, Lennox Smith or Snipes, simple. Is that the meaning of cool simple? Tell
yes,
us.
well, it has different meaning, because if you even put on glasses right now, Annie, like a dark shades, right, and a nice suit, and you start to bounce around. That is cool, simple,
Yeah, fashionable,
because
yeah.
Fashionable,
fashion,
right?
Yeah.
So it has several meanings, right? Yeah, because you could get cool in an adjective, you could get cool in a noun, and also Mr. Smith, because you could use it in different areas.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So technically that is fashionable. Right. And somebody said
fashionable, you're cool, you're debonaring. Think like understood.
And Leon said canal skunk.
Easily,
what that mean?
Easily understood.
Right,
not,
and on
not
one thing,
canal skunk for Joe.
Yeah, but what
Go
that
ahead,
mean?
Andy.
So Leon said canal skunk. What that mean?
Well, I suppose it is a parlance expression, canal skunk, which of course would mean that somebody who is nasty, who is very obnoxious, who is not personable. You know, persons like that, canal skunk.
Wait, look at that
I
word again.
heard the
That man
term
pull out that
used
thing, canal
in-
skunk, you know. I say, where is that? Hear that word, but that's
Because
a
you're
serious
skunk-
one. No, but it's a Trinidad
skunk-
make up that or that in the
skunk
dictionary.
Skunks refers to mean stink, you know.
Right,
skunk.
but is that a Trinidad dictionary or is that the normal dictionary? Meaning Trinidad make up
think
that?
it's local. I think it's local.
You think that's
I
a
think it's
local
Yeah,
dictionary
yeah,
make up
I
that?
think it's-
Canal skunk.
Yeah, I think it's local. You know, like Mikey came in yesterday,
Yeah.
and his veracity of this, only he alone could know that. Well,
Right, so let me get one more. You want to get a word? We have a caller.
Yeah, next one.
Word
Yeah,
caller.
I given mine.
Caller.
Caller, we have a caller to give one. Go ahead.
Good morning, Andy.
Oh, you call back for the thing, ma'am?
No. Pleasant good morning, Andy.
Oh, there's Ann Brown.
Mr.
Yeah,
Lennox,
our regular contributor.
Director.
Go ahead,
Snipes.
Mr.
And yesterday, Mr. Lennox, you called me Miss Teacher Balmain. As an honor to be in that category, it's not Miss Balmain, it's Ann Brown here. My word of the day
Wrong. All right, okay. Sorry about that.
Correction.
Yeah. Go
My
ahead.
word
Yeah,
of
your
the
word.
day
Mhm.
is panache.
Panache.
P-A-N-A-C-H-E.
Panache. Yes. It's almost close to the one that Mr. Grandy gave us. Cool, simple. Very debonair, panache, elegant. You know. Words to that effect.
But what it is? What it is,
Yeah.
Miss Ann Brown?
But
Correct. Refers
what's your
to
meaning?
lively grace
Hmm?
and style.
Style, right? Yes. Yeah, panache.
Grace
Yes.
and style.
Grace and style, right? Yeah. Think that debonair. So I suppose cool, simple could be a synonym for panache.
All
Yes.
right. And now your word, Lennox Smith.
Oh yes, my word is vulnerable. Vulnerable. And of course, it simply means, you're insecure, you're easily manipulated, words to that effect or actions to that effect. So you are vulnerable. So that's my word
Right.
for today.
And
Of
I will
course,
put it in a-
vulnerable. Let me spell it again. vulnerable.
Right.
Vulnerable.
Vulnerable.
Right?
So I will put it down simple for you all. Vulnerable as in for example, senior citizens that are home and they're getting home invasion these days, they are very vulnerable.
Insecure. Yes, and therefore, and they wouldn't be able to defend themselves in the way that that the able-bodied people would. Right? Close to, of course, cool, simple. I find so.
Right, but who did say don't have a who did say don't have a word named cool simple? Right? He said cool simple is not a word. So I really don't know. You go check out that. So here it is.
Yes.
Let's go for that break.
No, I disagree. It is a word.
It is a word.
Yeah, it is a word. Yeah, it means Look for it. It's spelled though CWL cool, yes, but put a dash in it and SIMPLE, and it should get you there.
All right, so Mr. Hoodie, you know what to do. Uday, you know what to do, okay? Right, so those was the words for today. Nice, brought to you by the Ground Report, none other than our host, Lennox Smith. So we go for that break and come back. When we come back, more right here on the Ground Report. We'll be back.
Your stories, your communities, your country. TTT News is everywhere, on the ground, across Trinidad and Tobago, and on every smart device. When it matters, we're there, reporting the news as it happens. Because your world can't wait. Your world moves fast, so do we. TTT News brings you the people, events, and issues that matter most. Stay informed, stay ahead. TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Your future is safe with us. No matter your age or where you're from, or what doors are open to each and every one. A variety of services that's accessible and reliable. Here to show you just what service is. Helping where we can, but with a smile.
Police Credit Union, your future is safe with us.
Every morning begins with a story, the headlines you need, the voices you trust, the conversations shaping our nation. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today, where your day starts informed and inspired. News that matters to you, conversations that spark new ideas, stories that move Trinidad and Tobago forward. Tune in weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. or join the conversation on any smart device at TNT Today Show. Trinidad and Tobago Today. Start here, exclusively on TTT.
The Trinidad and Tobago online arrival and departure card platform can be accessed at travel.gov.tt. It is free, convenient, and required information can be completed within a few minutes. Passengers must create an account using a valid email address to access the portal, which will be available 72 hours prior to travel. The online arrival and departure card is a mandatory declaration for all international passengers and replaces the former process of filling a paper form. To complete the online arrival and departure card, each traveler must have flight information, a valid passport, and must upload a picture of the passport biodata page. Receipts for immigration and customs containing a QR code will be generated upon submission. Download and save the receipts, which will also be sent via email. Edits can be made to the declaration prior to the day of travel. However, if any changes are required on the day of travel, passengers must complete a new online arrival and departure card. The QR code may be required before boarding and must be presented to officials upon arrival and departure. A transformative travel experience awaits. This was a production of the Information Division, Office of the Prime Minister.
You can listen on Talk City 91.1 FM and stay connected on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, wherever you are.
This is Destra, and right now you're listening to Talk City 91.1. Keep it locked. Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We are back, we are back, we are back. Time check. It's approximately 36 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report. You're also the pitbull of radio in studio. Not forgetting co-host Lennox Smith and director Snipes. I like that word, vulnerable. You know, the fishermen, when they go out there to fish, they are very vulnerable. When you jump in your car to drive on the road in Trinidad. Yeah, but when you jump in your car and to drive on the roads in Trinidad and Tobago, you are very vulnerable the way how accidents are happening. When you leave your home, you're going to the grocery, maybe just going to a gas station. At that point in time, some bandit or some robbery are taking place. You end up very vulnerable. Oh boy, single parents that not working nowhere, have kids to see about. And it have men that are willing to spend their money, but they spend their money based on one cause. It makes them women and have those single women very vulnerable. Vulnerable is an everyday word.
That is what language is all about, to use it in order to communicate. And you are communicate effectively, and that is what you just did. But let me just conclude this whole idea about businesses leaving Port of Spain and environs and so on. And I think this sentence will put things in perspective. Coming out of the mouth of the
But put the mic in the direction where you're talking.
The head of Doma. He says here, very, very simple, the association that is Doma also criticized the level of engagement under the previous administration, saying interacting at top decision-making levels was limited. So again, putting blame where blame ought to be, because the present Minister of Finance had to respond to many of the concerns at that Dock and Curry event that he would have had over the Easter holidays. That was posed to him, the question of businesses closing down and so on, and he had to respond. And of course, he did exactly what Doma is saying here, that this situation is not one of the doing of the present administration, but if you are seeing that happening now, it means that it is a culmination of initiatives, poor as they were, maladministrative initiative, as the case may be, or taken, that was in the past. And then he continues. Requests for meeting were on most occasions unanswered. He's referring here, of course, to the former PNM administration. This is what Gregory Aboud is saying, the head of Doma. He's saying requests for meetings were on most occasions unanswered and very limited. That should change if we are to improve the assurance necessary to stimulate investment, Doma said. And then, of course, finally, the association added that the current government should not be blamed for closures within the past year. So he has reiterated that later down in this article, as such decisions typically follow extended periods of analysis before being announced. So
Understood.
he has reaffirmed that this thing took years and not within a year. In other words, it didn't take months, because this government has not yet celebrated its anniversary in office.
Right, and what I pick up with that is he's really making it clear that the neglect of the last government to businesses or to Port of Spain or whoever, that all we're going on in Port of Spain, he's technically saying plain, is a result of the last government and management. You understand?
They don't want to talk. They don't even want to talk. Yeah. Right? But of course, we know, we have said it. Look at Point Lisas, 11 businesses left. Mainstay of the economy. Serious earners of foreign exchange potentially. Gone. You close down Petrotrin and you dismiss the oil refinery. So it is now mothball. It leaves up to this government. However, if you drill down into this particular article and others, you see that the economists and they are saying, well, listen, hold on, because the Dragon gas deal has been almost consummated. The oil refinery will get back on stream, and certainly that will, of course, mean expansion of the economy, but more importantly, the earning of more foreign exchange, so that those non-energy operations can now get the foreign exchange that they need in order to purchase raw material and other things in order to keep people employed, and to keep their businesses going.
So true.
That is what the essence is.
Right. Somebody say here that okay. Oh, we have to call Dr. Gobin All right, because Dr. Gobin is saying yesterday I tried calling. He have been really trying to call for quite a while, but no response. What about the rental or about the government? He's talking about the rental considerations for expenses.
Yeah, he has a concern with respect to that.
So
The
I will call
review
him.
is coming up. Overtures have been made, and we hope that we will get some kind of pronouncement during the course of the review, which should be around next 2 months or so. Maybe April, May, June. I suppose the review of what transpired for the previous 6 months will take place. I know that they're preparing that because it has to. They have to have in regard to the fact that businesses are really, really under the. I don't want to use the word gun because that is a bad expression.
But we will call him.
I think it is most graphic. Is most graphic to show how important and how significant and how desperate the situation is as far as businesses are concerned.
Yeah, but we will call him to hear what is his concern about those the government and the whole rental
and his
thing.
response, because he's saying clearly,
no, we will call him.
Gosh,
That's not what I want to
give me a break now. Yeah, he's saying, I paraphrase in here. Give me a break now. You all weren't so strident in asking the last administration about businesses closing down when it is impossible that our current policy, less than a year, could effect such a development. So he was, so he expressed it. He was a bit appropriately, of course, because he felt that he was being sort of attacked for something that is not the cause of him or the government.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah. Somebody said that Penny is vulnerable, right? And besides that, somebody say KFC is a stay-at-home mom, so that makes him very vulnerable. That's why he talks so. So they say KFC is a stay-at-home mom, and that's what makes him very vulnerable. Right. So let me just organize here quick. Although we need to take these calls. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Pleasant morning, Andy. Pleasant morning, Lennox Smith, and pleasant morning to the sniper. This is Malcolm X here, better known as the original old-time name Grant. Listen, Andy and Lennox, if you look in the Train City area there, in the back of Bagwan Singh, if you see these set of buildings that building all over Trinidad, business building all over Trinidad and Tobago. So I don't need business closing down, probably people going in the areas that booming. Anyhow, Andy and Lennox, I like talking to you, and Andy be the witness, and Mr. Snipe could be the man in the background. Listen to this. If we have a country to run, the people elect people to run the country. It comes just as how, Lennox, you are your house to run. Just as how they're blaming some of the parents for the delinquency of the children. I am blaming some of the politicians for the delinquency of running the country. Right? So when we talk about the government, whether PNM, UNC, who, everybody have a responsible when they get elected. I was a supervisor. And you could go through Maloney, Oropoon, and all the HDC had houses and mall. And when I was supervising the cleaning of the grass and the canal and the garbage, look at it now since I leave 8 years. Because you see, people have to be responsible. When you get a position to do something, just as the police, they fire everybody. And if you're unsupervised, if you're unattended, just as how we will blame the parent in the home, who, Lennox and Andy, we should blame. Watch at San Chiquito. I passed through San Chiquito last night. They're building a bridge. Andy, all you wouldn't believe, just to throw something on the side road that they make, just to throw something there. Who's supervising these people and them with the roads and the different things? This is where Malcolm X saying, and who wants to criticize, I believe in true criticism is let everybody make their contribution because everybody has eyes to see. Stevie Wonder and all could come here and see what's going on. Look at the mall in Borneo there. The garbage move. All they have business there. And the garbage just on the ground. Who's supervising that? You see, it's people who are work and getting paid shouldn't be working. Get people who responsible enough to do the job. I went and see Mr. Khan, and I tell him that I will give my service back to the AGC for free to show them in 1 month how to keep the estate clean as a landlord. Only we are the face reality, man. Who you go eat my children and them running all over the place doing what they want with guns, drugs, and all kind of things. All they're saying is the parents. Let we blame the councillor. Let we blame the parliamentary representative. Let we blame the public servants and them who getting paid and are calling to our president in Africa. People like they just enjoying the pay as an ATM machine and the nice car and the driver and the chauffeur and the different cocktail. Only let we get serious. The country need to develop and everybody has to put the shoulder to the wheel. And this is the problem. Lennox, I want to hear what you saying. And the judge with Lennox saying, with Malcolm X saying this morning, and only look along and see for like what's going on in the country.
Hot, short and sweet, next caller. Because you run out of time here. You will just answer that just now to the end of the program. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah,
Good morning, Andy.
We have to go for a break before as
Morning.
well. Go ahead quickly. Yes.
Yeah, Uncle Lennox, and that's what he call Andy. This is Faisal, right? And I just want to say quickly, thank you.
Yeah.
Just to say thank you very much for the media and for all who have responded. And I thank them, all the officers, everybody who came out and donated blood. I just want to say thank you very much, and thanks to this program and the platform to have a voice. I thank you, and we use it wisely. Have a nice day.
Wow, so that means the person
we go for a break. We go for the break, final break before the end, and of course we're.
Wait, before we go to break, this person done on. Go ahead, quick caller.
Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, good morning, Andy and Lennox. Now that contributor made some very good points. Now I have been observing certain things that happening, and I want to do not think that it's like the behavior of the PNM, and that to do with WASA. I have seen a leak, 4 leaks in one road, in one area in particular. And this is nearly going in 3 months. And these leaks are there, and gallons of water have been wasted. And what happened with WASA is that the same thing that they did when the PNM was there, when they dig and repair something, they leave the whole empty and a little bit of gravel and then create a big depression in the road. And I think somebody had to check on these repair people in Wassa and make sure that we can't go back to them kind of thing. Another thing I want to raise.
Quick.
Now I saw the government advertise for people who want to buy coconut plants. I have applied, and I have not even heard what has happened to my application. I call them back, no response. And these are the things that disgust people in the country. I just want to raise it to point. I don't want to take up more time.
That is true, my partner. That is true. Yeah. Oh boy. We go for that quick break and come back. When we come back, more right here on the Ground Report. We'll be back.
Your news, anytime, anywhere. TTT News brings you the facts that matter most. On air and online. More ways to stay informed. TTT News covers the stories that matter. Join us nightly at 7. TTT News. Committed, accurate, relevant.
Is your business experiencing the following symptoms? Not enough customers, no sales, slow cash flow. It's time for your business to be seen and heard by thousands of potential customers inside this new, exciting television and social media feature.
Welcome.
The 1020 with Junior K. Up for this exciting challenge and confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just for you. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television, and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Your future is safe with us. No matter your age or where you're from, or what doors are open to each and every one. A variety of services that's accessible and reliable. Here to show you just what service is. Helping where we can, but with a smile.
Police Credit Union. Your future is safe with us.
This isn't just radio. This is your voice, your city, your platform.
Who else?
Talk City 91.1, where the conversation begins.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked. Bang, 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 bang.
Nice. We are back with not much time. Oh boy, time check is 7 minutes to the hour till 9 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report. Time flies, the program hot, and it is the #1 program in Trinidad and Tobago, talk program in Trinidad and Tobago on a morning right here on Talk City 91.1 FM. Dr. Dun Gorbin, sir, let me say happy 50th anniversary. First and foremost, belated anniversary.
Belated, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
belated
yes.
anniversary of 50 years of marriage to you and your partner, your wife. Happy belated 50th anniversary. And then we also know that you have been calling and trying to get on to raise a concern. Go ahead, Dr. Dun Gobin.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yes, last week I celebrated 50 years of marriage. And we had a wonderful time. I met my wife in 1970 in New York City. We were just students at the time. And let me wish you a belated happy birthday as well.
Yes, thank you so much.
I think, and on Thursday, I will have a birthday celebration as well. I am turning 77 on Thursday.
Oh, you
So
are
I
Aries
have
too,
a
man.
next-
Aries people, good people,
Yes,
man. Good people.
yes, yes.
Andy, I
Thank
want
you,
to
thank
say
you.
he doesn't look a bit of that. He looks much younger in person.
Wow.
But go ahead.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Gorbin.
Raise your concern.
Thank you, Lennox. That is because of the good Lord. You know, when you take care of people, the good Lord take care of you as well.
Yes.
You know, I haven't heard any of your callers unless they are not landlords themselves, but the registration is fast approaching. And, you know, I'm not hearing or seeing or reading anything because the government, they are not actually giving consideration for the expenses that landlords have to bear, you know, maintaining, replacing items, plumbing work, all these things kind of like lessen the amount of rent you really collect. And the government want to charge just on the rent itself that you collected. I mean, that is very unfair because expenses are sometimes piled up when you have an apartment or two to rent, you know. I haven't heard anything about that. I did have the opportunity to speak to the line minister and I let him know the concerns of the people. But, you know, other than that, I thought maybe you or your callers might have some more knowledge on that.
And you are
agenda.
so correct, Dr. Gobin, based on, again, landlords have a lot of responsibilities still when they collect that rent in order to keep the apartment building maintained, such as to make sure that it always have water, so they have to buy the tanks and them that to make sure the place always clean, make sure that everything, and it is a cost. It really have a cost after, like for instance, servicing of the air condition units. If it have air condition units in that building, so it have a cost after that comes with the rent. So let me say a landlord collecting $2,000 a month, he still have to put out approximately $800 out of that with the upliftment of that apartment also. So I feel you, and I
know, Andy, that argument has been advanced even before that reaches as to how would one be qualified to be registered as a landlord. And of course, one of the arguments is that, persons with two, three, or more than three apartments, then of course that surcharge should be applicable, because many of those who rent apartments, and you're trying to avoid, of course, people cheating as well, who rent apartments may be doing it because just to augment their maintenance, including, of course, the very building that they are renting, and especially if they are living in it at the same time. So that too is on the cards. Let's see what happens when the review of the economy comes, and when they would have started the process of that registration.
So stay tuned because very soon myself and Lennox Smith have a meeting to go to with the Honorable Dave Tanku, and those issues that we're going and raise with the line minister that are responsible for that, Dr. Dun Gobin. So stay tuned on that. Time check. Thank you so much, Dr. Dun Gobin. It's 2 minutes to the hour, right? We had on all nobody to play Trinidad and Tobago because I like to play his contributions. Nobody, but it's more than 2 minutes.
But I don't think it's appropriate for today, having regard to the length of his contributions.
Yeah. So it's too
we
late.
have to do first thing in the morning. So first thing in the morning, I don't think we should take the chance because we will bite into our successors.
The next thing is
program.
We need badly, because every day my phone ringing down, all in the Gong report, everybody's talking wasa. And I find and I staying quiet. It's taken very long to really actually get a meeting. But this it's not nice. It's not nice. And I don't know when will we be getting this meeting with the chairman and Lennox Smith.
Well, I want to assure you that active and urgent consideration is being taken. So I don't want to sound contradictory, having regard to what you have said earlier, but I think I have to speak
consideration for a meeting.
Facts.
Yeah,
yes.
We had to get that meeting, partner. We have to.
And beyond, because there are several issues of a national nature that is also being considered, some of which would have been expressed on this program, like for instance.
Well, then I would like to know if it is that this chairman really actually considering the people of Trinidad and Tobago and their arguments on the biggest program on a morning, which is the ground report, because I kind of feel like that chairman playing you for games. And I was that type will come out and talk to the public.
I have consummate confidence because of my personal knowledge. But I want to tell you as well that you notice that Anderson didn't talk about the leak in the Betham. Well, that is because that has been addressed.
All right. But I find a feeling like a bastard child right now.
A major
so when you be able to get after the program, get on to the chairman and let us hear when we get in that very important meeting in order to raise the concerns of the public. We being state media, and most of the complaints wasa coming to us. So will you be able to put that in place, Lennox Smith? Or is that chairman a big boy now or something? I don't know.
No, that is the ilk of course, being rich and switch, or getting rich and switch.
Okay, let me see.
It's a very humble.
This meeting's gonna become like the promised land, you know, where Moses never see and people that doesn't see it for him. All right.
Andy, we have to go. We are
out of here.
Sniper is looking to give us the snipe. Go ahead, Andy.
Trinidad and Tobago, thanks so much for looking on to us. All I know is off the record with Mr. X and a good one, Stefan. So until tomorrow morning, please God, we are out of here.
Talk City 91.1 FM. Talk.
The cabinet has approved the increase in the permissible age of importation of foreign-use right-hand drive private cars, that's sports utilities, SUVs, sedans, and station wagons powered by gasoline dieseline, or compressed natural gas, CNG, from 3 years to under 8 years, and under from the date of manufacture.
Music. Culture.
As Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Bisesa has announced recently with our revitalization master plan, we are open for business. And a key area, a key focus of that master plan is, of course, the energy sector and the energy hub. And we will be open for business, not only for Nutrien, but for all other players that wish to discuss their investment portfolio with us.
Engaging conversations, latest news, our music. This is Talk City 91.1 FM.